it's dawned on me that you ain't coming back. I've lost my chance to see us find our way back. And in the end, amidst these trying times, I'll always try to find you. I'll lie to you to find the truth that you hold back. So stay with me. You know that I'll follow. I can't breathe. Together we'll fall apart. Stay here right in my arms, and we'll start again. So stay with me. Together we'll fall apart. Together we'll fall apart. Together we'll fall apart. We'll fall apart, I know that we're a mess. And I know that you try your best. And you're calling me to over dramatically talk to me. And it's so funny, you're all I wanted. And I can't talk, want you out of my life, so just say none. I'll wait for days if you ain't one. I'll just say none. So stay with me. You know that I'll follow. I can't breathe. Together we'll fall apart. Stay here right in my arms, and we'll start again. So stay with me. Together we'll fall apart. Together we'll fall apart. Together we'll fall apart. Stay here right in my arms, and we'll start again. So stay with me. Together we'll fall apart.
Something about you feels so different. Yeah, you mess me up inside. It's like your energy was kissing my soul back to life.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day, boys. Sorry for being a little bit late. My excuse is sleep. But how y'all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening. For some reason, I thought that today was going to be the day. Wait, Sally, you did that? Wait, you popped off with that serpent sting. I got to give it a try, man. Let's go. I got to give that ability a go at some point. Really? Mungus Bite. Okay, well, I gotta try that myself at some point then. Alrighty. Barely Silly figured out some kind of a survival hunter build, and I want to give it a go. I gotta try a bunch of classes tonight, boys. For some reason, I thought that this week we were gonna get Thursday raid testing. Apparently not. It's only for Friday, which I can't really stream that because we'll be doing our duels. But yeah, a little bit sad. I was hoping maybe somehow just wait a little longer. Maybe they'll release Mythic Blesses today. But I think they're going to wait until tomorrow after the raid testing, and then they'll have it there for the weekend. So at least we'll have something to do over this week. How y'all doing, boys? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. How are all of you doing today? Let me get the music back up and running here, boys. And we'll be hopping on the beta in just a moment. Here we go. Beautiful. Yo, William, Jake, Eritos, how you doing, my guy? Jab, we got ourselves great, we got ourselves twice, Silver, Ashley, how y'all doing, boys? What's up? What's up, Work Kevin? How you doing, my man? Alexander, Zarova, hey, how you doing, my man? Ollie, how you doing? I hope everybody's having a good one. Yo, pre-patch in just a couple of days, man. Are you guys excited to just move on from Shadowlands and finally, like, take at least a little, an itty-bitty step towards the new expansion, man? To at least something new, something different, right? Make amazing content. Well, thanks so much, Kevin. I appreciate you, man. You're amazing, my guy. Thanks so much for being here. You said someone, you just said something in a sexy voice. What did I say? Yo, what's the best for focus in retail right now? And the for PvP. That's gonna be personal preference, honestly. There's a lot of good classes right now. Well, I don't know how many classes are fun right now that are good in DF. I think just about every single class is better in DF. You know what I mean? Just about every one of them actually gets better in DF. Ginger God, DF, my man. Dude, I gotta, you know what? I do. You're right, I do. I do have to change the background. You're not wrong on that one. What I need to either figure out, because a lot of these backgrounds, like somebody else makes them, and I just kind of been using them. So usually people make like a background that is integratable with wallpaper engine on Steam. It's like basically think of like a wallpaper, like moving wallpapers in the background instead of like a static one and move. That's basically what it is. Yeah, they basically get it in this format and I can utilize it on OBS. So I kind of gotta wait until someone makes one of those. That or I gotta go make one myself. And I don't really have the know-how to make these, but maybe it's really easy for all we know. Like, I'll definitely look at it. I think it'd be so cool. Imagine having the Valdraken or the Honoram Plains or maybe hanging out in a Tuskar village. I think I probably would take like a Tuskar village. I think that'd be really cool. Been told Guardian Druid is the worst tank right now. How do they compare? I feel like, I don't think any tanks are really bad on like survivability. But I think Guardian Druid is the only thing they can do really right now. Well, I do like the fact that they can Moonfire, but I feel like that ends up being like their only viable, really, really powerful build. And a lot of the other talents are kind of like supplementary. I don't think they should struggle that much on taking damage, like for Mythic Pluses and stuff, or for raiding. I think all tanks are actually passively tanky nowadays. Guardian, however, I feel like the problem with people have with it is the fact that it didn't get a lot of new stuff to really change it in a variety of different ways or any specific builds. It got a lot more hybrid benefits, like it does a lot of arcane damage. For a bear druid, you're like, wait, how does a tank do a lot of arcane damage? Moonfire is really, really good right now. But it ends up being great for survivability. I don't know, I feel like in terms of like new stuff, yeah, bear didn't get too many things. But in terms of like survivability, they're really not that behind in terms of like just raw livability. You know, I mean, I think what they're trying to do with the bear is just try to keep him simple. Maybe. Wondering if you don't have an answer, how old are you? Wait, what? For Chris? Everything Dal says in a sexy voice? Yo. Apparently new Call of Duty is out, by the way. That's pretty cool. I was watching a guy play the campaign a little bit earlier. That looks really good, man. Damn, I always like Call of Duty campaigns. Gonna give the Frost DK review. Frost Death Knight it doesn't really change too much. Kind of like Guardian we talked about earlier. It just gets more of, I guess it gets more support for like the two-hand playstyle, which could be really, really good going forward. I'm really excited about the two-handed playstyle. You get a ton of support for that. There's a lot more updates in terms of how frost abilities interact in your rotation, so you can really like go into like a two-hander or dual wheel build, like figure out what your capstone is going to be, and then kind of play off of that. And add on abilities into the capstone as well, or besides the capstone, to add your, like, I guess, what am I trying to say? Add abilities to like spice up your rotation and adjust it so you can get a bit more cleave for frost abilities, whether with Frost Scythe or use the Runic Power Spender ability. Let me see if I can switch over to Frost real quickly. Use the Runic Power Spender of Glacial Advance to then cleave targets instead, which can be useful. Are people actually queue for random battlegrounds on the beta? Can you actually get a queue for BGs? I don't think there's enough people in the beta that queue BGs on a regular. I think solo queue is one thing, but BGs is a whole nother. But yeah, like you got Glacial Advance that helps you add a little bit of cleave, which is a Runic Power Spender, or you have the Frost Scythe, which is a Rune Spender, in order to add a little bit more cleave elements to it. You have a little bit more focus on the Frosty Cleave with Remorseless Winter on the right hand side, and mostly focusing on frost damage and resources, while on the other hand it's more like the combat aspects of it with Obliterates, really buffing up the two-hander playstyle. Middle deals with Pillar of Frost and augmenting it with Frost Webs 8 for mastery, as well as a little Frost Web that you can send out. Strength buffs after the Pillar is gone to give you a little bit more consistency rather than be very, very burst oriented. Ice Cap so you could use Pillar of Frost more often. Shatter and Blade to have an interesting combo for Frost Strikes to give them a little bit more validity in single target specifically, especially as it ramps up in damage. Avalanche, which adds more Razor Ice to nearby targets, which helps maintain that whole everybody is debuffed and taking the most amount of frost damage, which again helps the two-hander since you only have one enchant on your weapon instead of dual wield when you have two. You got Chill Streak, you got a lot more emphasis on the frost abilities with Icebreaker into the Freeze, into the Breath of Zaragoza, and the control elements of Frost and Fury together with Absolute Zero. It doesn't really change too much, but there's enough of variety where like it could be a two-hander and like get Frosted Cleave, or it could be a dual-wield spec that has a very big emphasis on going into a Pillar of Frost and rotating that cooldown as much as humanly possible. You can really just customize what you want out of your playstyle, what you want to cleave, what you don't want to cleave, and that can really influence, like, I guess it can set you up for a variety of different situations that adds a little bit of complexity or variety to the spec without necessarily changing it. I don't think that we're really trying to reinvent the wheel with Frost DK. At the end of the day, a lot of Death Knights are going to go into that Breath of Zaragoza playstyle or Obliteration, or maybe go into Frost and Fury for PvP specifically, but it's interesting how you get there and the different buffs that you pick up. Although, yeah, I also at the same time wouldn't say that Frost Death Knight is one of those specs that got like the craziest talents either. Like, you're still at a core going to be doing the same thing Frost Death Knights do. You're not like monks that got like even more intricacies within the basic rotations, or demon hunters that got like all these stat things that you can mess with. But there's enough there for Frost Death Knights, I feel like, to be able to perform in a variety of different situations as well as adapting for them. I think where a lot of the Frost Death Knight thing is going to be is in the class tree. Like, this is what really helps you adapt. It's survivability, defensives, utility, control. You have a lot of control tools in here, survivability, but also towards the bottom you have another rune weapon, so you can have two of those, which can benefit the Frost Death Knight greatly. Then if you pick it up here, runic weapon means you can bypass it here completely and invest chance it elsewhere, or you can pick up the Abomination Limb. We know how good that is from Shadowlands. Then we got the Soul Reaper, which has that execute cleave potential. We got ourselves Depth's Echo with a cleave, Death and Decay playstyle that is actually viable with for a two-hand cleave or two-target obliteration cleave, which influences that whole two-hander playstyle. We got an auto-attack build with even an auto-attack debuff mechanic to it. We got Unholy Bond. We got all these. Basically, yeah, I feel like that's where a lot of variety will come from, is the utility you pick up from here, from the class tree, and then how you decide to specialize for different combat situations from here as well. But a lot of it is, yeah, I feel like Death Knights may feel a little bit limited though. Like, it's not the most ideal situation, but at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a choice of, like, do you want to play a two-handed play style? Okay, you're going to spend a lot of time in this bottom left-hand side of the tree. Do you want to play a dual-wheel play style? You're going to spend quite a bit of time into this side of the tree. But the way that you mix it up in between, I think it's really cool. Like, you could really go like a mix of like single target physical damage and frost, and really just bypass a lot of the pillar gameplay, invest in talents that you're just going for as much frosty cleave together with single target obliterates, which can give you like a more of a martial combat-y build, which can be very, very effective too. That's Unholy. A lot, I'd say Unholy is a bit more exciting. And I love Frost Death Knight, chat. I love me some Frost DK. But Unholy is quite a bit more exciting. Unholy got a lot more thematic places you can like build into. You got like a disease build focusing on damage over time, where your dots will literally be your top damage and ability in single target fights and in AoE. You'll be debuffing enemies with multiple diseases over time. Enemies take more damage for every disease, so maintaining diseases and that debuff uptime is going to be fantastic for you. Probably the best way to go about it. You can combine it together with a death coil, damage over time, cleave your playstyle so you really will shadow damage, while trying to maintain and juggle your diseases for as long as possible, trying to maximize the value. Let me just switch to it just so I have a more of a visual representation with it. Does it get a spell called Rune Attack or something like that, base spell? I think, yes, it's a Rune Strike, but then it becomes a Scourge Strike, Obliterate, and I think Death Strike, depending on whether... Maybe it's a Death Strike or something else. It becomes another ability when you decide on your specialization. But yes, like when you start out as a basic DK, I think you get a Rune Strike, but that ends up becoming something else entirely once you choose a spec. But yeah, like a disease build with super straight, you get death watts, so death quills can build up more shadow damage so the enemy dots stick out faster, or at least Virulent Plague does. Going for Scourge Strike and maintaining the debuff lets your dots happen more quickly. Every single one of the diseases is going to make the enemy take 2% more damage. You got a disease over here as well with Unholy Blight, so every 45 seconds you have an extra disease that you can amp up together with your pet, and then you get quite a bit of value. Death Coil can cleave multiple targets, causes Scourge Strike to do more damage on the enemy, can leave a dot as well, so it's really, really cool for like a very diseased damage over time gameplay where you feel like an Affliction Warlock with a two-handed sword, and I really like that. You can always go into the big Fester Strike playstyle with a Fester Might to build up strength, Unholy Assault for more of that combat prowess, your damage output, maybe even together with Vile Contagion so you can spread a bunch of Fester Wounds on enemies, maybe pair that together with Bursting Swords, which can be good in single target and AoE to some degree, and then just amp up your pet afterwards. Or maybe you can go for like a lot more Death Coil to really maximize your damage, your instant damage rather than damage over time. Or go for like the whole Commander of the Dead. Dark Transformation buffs up all your pets, so you want to play into a pet heavy playstyle. I believe it also would be better if like you get some Mages of the Dead in there, then into Army of the Damned, probably Ghoulish Frenzy, and everything that amps up your pet damage output. Yeah, there's a lot of ways of playing Unholy Death Knight. Thematically, I feel like there's a lot more ways of playing Unholy, right? Thematically. But also gameplay-wise, you have a lot more damage over time, which is like, if you can't touch the boss a lot, that's going to be great for you. You have Pet Empowerment, which also can be great if you can't touch the boss, if the pets can reach him somehow, which can be a lot better for like a raw burst your setup. Like every, what is it, 8 minutes? Really 5 minutes? Every few minutes you have big bursts with your pets, and you can have the entire army with Gargoyle and everything. So every 3 minutes you should have a pretty large burst window. And then you could go into more like intermediate burst and maybe a little bit more cleave capabilities and a lot more instant damage rather than like damage that ramps up or builds up or lasts for a while. Yeah, there's a lot more cool stuff I think with Unholy. But I think they didn't really try to like reinvent Frost. I think with Unholy they really tried to give them like a lot more thematic stuff. And I really am glad they did that. It's been really fun. And PvP talents. Yes, there are some. Not a lot. So Unholy, Frost gets Necrotic Aura. And every spec gets Rotten Wither. And I think that's about it. Maybe they'll add some more going forward. But for Death Phase, they really do too much to like reinvent them completely. But yeah. Every spec gets Necrotic Aura and every spec gets Rotten Wither. I don't know how good Rotten Wither is going to be. I mean, maybe as like an Unholy Death Knight together with Defile, so it does more damage. You maybe get Defile that slows down enemies. You get 2 Defiles with Death Echo. Maybe that could be something, right? But it's, I don't really know. It's a Blood DK PvP talent. I think that what you need to do with this one is Defile will absorb equal to the damage it does. And it should do maybe like Death and Decay does 300% more damage or something. So it does more damage and it's more effective at like absorbing the amount of healing and the ally can get. So like while they're sitting in Death and Decay, play into Death and Decay slows, so just keep a guy in there, Barton, you know, reducing the amount of healing to get, add that necrotic value to him. That'd be something, but I don't know. 2 more weeks, Dracthyr hype. Yeah, 2 more weeks from Dracthyr. Less than a week for the pre-patch itself. Is Frost more fun to play than just smash the 3 buttons? Frost are more to play than just smash 3 buttons. So I like the smash the 3 buttons obliteration playstyle. But you definitely can like augment your playstyle quite a bit as a Frost Death Knight. I think the tier set is actually really good though. Like while Frost may not have like the strongest, or in my opinion, the most interesting of the most interesting of like PvP talent setup in terms of like variety and diversity, they do have a really cool tier set down. The tier set causes Obliterate and Frostbite to deal additional crit damage, and Obliterate and Frostbite have a 50% chance to not consume kill a machine. That's just a fun tier set in my opinion, because it allows you to just chain a bunch of Obliterates back to back at times. That's been very enjoyable for me. Like again, they're not trying to like really reinvent on Frost, it feels like. They're just trying to add you a little bit extra to play into. I did want to try to play into like a full Moses Winter, maybe with Chill Streak, try to go for a lot more cleave, and really maybe put less emphasis on the Pillar of Frost gameplay. You know, head heavy into maybe like Obliteration, heavy into like Glacial Advance, and then try to add more like cleave Frosty gameplay into my a regular rotation. I think that'd be kind of fun. Because so far I've been mostly going to like full Obliteration cleaving strike build, but I should try like a full Frosty build too. We'll post a sign that will be Winter Wisdom is staying until November 12th. Is it actually? Do they confirm that? Like, isn't confirmed that it's staying until the 12th, or? Oh, what's up? Mind me, haven't played the wallpaper engine? Hey, yo, I gotta look at that. That looks good. Hold on. Wait, another animated one? Wait, I gotta use those Ashy. Hold on, I gotta get the files for those then. Hold on, those are up already. I gotta get the files for that. That'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, awesome. I'd love to be able to go for like the full wallpaper engine thing then. I think that'd be dope, yeah. I just gotta figure out how to get the files for that one. Usually I see somebody posted. Well, I have bugged out. I think I made this. Oh my god, Atho. What? Atho. How'd you find out what my sleep paralysis demon looks like? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? They're just big old eyeballs, man. Just big old peepers. My goodness, man. My goodness. Alright, chat. What class do we start with today, man? What class do we start with this evening? What class would you guys want to see for Mythic Plus dungeon? Or not Mythic Pluses, because Mythic Pluses are not up yet, which I'm actually really sad about. But hopefully they'll be up this weekend. Maybe. Possibly. What other dungeons have we not tested? We haven't got to test any of like the new or the old dungeons in the rotation, have we? Like Jade Temple or none of that, right? Hopefully we'll be able to test those ones in a while, because they've been nerfing stuff in the background. Like, I wonder if they're gonna adjust them to like... I wonder if we're gonna get to test them, I guess what I'm trying to say. I wonder, or they're gonna keep it all surprise until the actual like release. Like, haha, surprise. Because they have been trying to be more surprising in their updates. But like, I don't know, I just want to make sure it's ready. That's all I'm concerned about. I just want to make sure it's ready. Sub Rogue, Frost DK, Disc. Oh, Disc is a good one. I gotta give Disc a try at some point. I gotta give Pracy in general a go. Looking for low APM, decent damage, or fun balance. What class fits PvE?
Close your eyes.
Low APM, decent damage, fun class. So damage-wise, I can't really tell you like what's going to be good, what isn't going to be good, just because classes are still going through a lot of iterations and changes. That being said, low APM, I'd say like, I'd say Death Knight is fairly low APM, chat. Would you agree with me on that? I'd say Rogue to a degree can be fairly low APM, especially if you play like Assassination or something. Demon Hunter, Fury. Quick Quack, what's up? Quick Quack, how you my man? So Fury Warrior, I definitely want to try. Demon Hunter would be very, very fun. Race would be really, really fun. Yeah, I'm trying to see, chat. Write what you want to see. Write every class you're interested in. The one I see the most in chat is the one we'll go with. Starting now. Just write every spec that you're interested in. Just give me some specs. Throw some stuff out at me. I want to see what the chat wants to see the most. I want to go with the majority of the chat, the boys. Fury. Yeah, I gotta get Fury go for sure. Evoker. They got defensive, dude. They got a lot more defensive. That looking really, really good. Frost Mage, Fury, DK, Windwalker Monk, bounce to it. There we go, boys. Windwalker. I gotta give Windwalker a go, man. I gotta give that a go. Unholy, because I'm thinking of playing it. Unholy, Shaman, Evoker, Sin Rogue. I gotta give Sin and Assassin another go. No, same one. Sin and Sub another go. Frost Mage, Havoc, Outlaw Rogue. That's one I haven't played in a while. It feels like I do love me some Outlaw. I do think it's in a better spot though. Windwalker. I like the Windwalker part. More firepower when I do is perfect. That's tomorrow a day. That's tomorrow. Assassin, DK. Is that ADK or IDK? Oh man. Yeah, so you guys are kind of all over the place, man. That's really difficult. Sometimes you guys are all like all Death Knight or all Mage or all Shadow Priest or all Fellow Druid. But nowadays, you guys are like everywhere, man. That's hard. Mistweaver. I love Mistweaver though. Demonology, they do say got nerfed, but I think they're still gonna be really, really good. I say Rogue, yeah. I see it a few Evokers and a few Assassination Rogues out of all that. You guys are all over the place though, man. All of y'all all over the place. I love it. Fury Warrior, that's another one we gotta give a try too. You know what? Let's try with the Evoker, man. Let's do it with the Evoker real quick, because they did buff up Healer Evoker, Damage Evoker. I just gotta want to play Evoker very quickly. See if we could just go blasting. How would you rank healers on M+? How would I rank them? That's difficult. I feel like we need a more regular Mythic Plus testing to really be able to rank healers on M+. It's very difficult. Lath, let's go. Yo, Lath. Yo, I guess we'll queue as a what, DPS and a healer because I like both. Or you could queue us and I'll just select DPS and healer. Either one works. Do we have Egg? Does Egg want to join in? Does my man Egg? Egg? Where are you, Egg? One more? Oh, what? Wait, where's my gear go? Is my gear gone? Oh no, it's not. It's in. What am I looking at? So the gear and consumables are still in, they're just all kinds of weirded out. I like doing that though, the squares. It feels like popping bubble wrap. Oh yeah. Alright, so gear is invisible, chat. We'll just, it's there. It's just invisible. It's just very invisible. Okay. But it becomes visible here. Or not? No. Weird. Slash reload. I have. Actually, I'll do it again. And I'll do it again. I mean, you can like draw stuff. Hold on, chat. I'll draw you guys a message real quick. I fucked up on a little, but it's okay. Hi, chat. Hi. Hold on. Hey, guys. There we go. That's even better, right? Hey, chat. How you guys doing? Hope everybody's having a good one. Let's queue up. I have no idea what's going on. My username used to be Joyce. Long time no see. Dal the Mustard Crab. What's up? The Fat Jedi. I like that even better. Hey, I like that. That sounds good. Let's get in there, boys. I'm gonna queue as a healer and a DPS. I was about to say it's a healer as a tank, but you can't do that yet. Do you think they would ever add a tank spec for this thing? Like, don't even chat. Don't even comment like, would you want to a tank spec? Because I know a lot of people would like to see a Black Dragonflight Evoker, follower of like Neltharion, or like or like following the playstyle of the Black Dragonflight with earthy magic and a tank. A lot of people would like to see it, but do you think they actually would? Like at a later time, add one. Hey Jay, what's up, AJ? How you doing, my man? Hope you have a good one. My man, how you doing, my guy? Hope you have a good one. Pretty sure bags are in beta right now. Yeah, they see there's bags on the beta. There really isn't much we can really do. It's a bug. Like everything's kind of invisible. Like the items are there. Like I can interact with stuff, but they're kind of invisible. That doesn't seem like it should be a thing, or it should be working as that. Do you have other changes? What defensive changes of Evoker got? So first of all, their armor scales better. Not even joking. Your dragon scales, increasing your armor by 75%. So your armor goes up, which means you take less physical damage. That's pretty big. That's a pretty good one. Just overall tankier, I guess physical damage specifically. 75% more is pretty good compared to some of the other male classes, which don't think they get the same benefits. Unless you're like a shaman who gets armor from the shield. Yo, the Fat Jedi, how you doing, man? Hey, thank you so much, fam. I appreciate ya. Can we get a hashtag Fat Jedi in chat? Showing appreciation for a wonderful membership, my man. Thanks so much, fam. So besides this passive, thank you, by the way, very much thank you. We also got the defensive of Obsidian Scales flatly reduces your damage taken by 30%. Last 12 seconds has a 1.5 minute recharge. You can get a second charge with Obsidian Bulwark, so you get a fairly big defensive, fairly decent sized defensive. 30% is a pretty decent reduction. 12-second duration, which is quite a bit. 1.5 minute CD is fairly short too. Get a second charge of it with a Town was also pretty good. Playing into a healer playstyle with Panacea, I had to look this one up. Immediately throwing down an Emerald Blossom to like self-heal yourself, it'll immediately heal you. And then the actual Blossom will heal you too, which should give you better survivability because you could use that as an instant cast heal. The Renew and Blaze, you basically activate it and it collects all the damage that it takes, kind of like a karma, but like heals you instead of like redirecting damage back. It will heal you for 100% over 8 seconds instead of over 14 seconds. It means the healing is more instant. You're getting back that healing very quicker. Think of like Mage Temporal if you think of PvP, like Arcane Mage, how they use Temporal, take damage to get healed based on damage they take. This is basically that on a 1.5 minute CD. It can be modified to either be 20% more effective or have a shorter cooldown, but it's a more immediate healing effect. You also have, when you connect yourself with regenerative magic, basically when you provide somebody a source of magic so you can give them mana every time you use an empowerment ability. Anytime you drop below 50% health, 50% of all of their healing also goes back to you. So whenever you're low on health, if they're healing the whole raid, you just get 15% of that as a bonus just for you because you're low. So I can help with emergency situations. So if somebody's like, let's say you drop super low on health in a PvP, and a Rested Shaman tries to like top you and they get that mastery that does more healing the lower health you are, you get a big heal, it pops off as a crit, 50% on top of that. So the just healing is more effective on you. If they're healing you, is more effective on you by 15%. But also if they heal others, that also goes back to you. It's just a big value increase. I think that's about it, right, chat? Am I missing something? I think that's all. In terms of like survivability. I guess it's also kind of like a survivability thing, but not really. But like that could be useful in a way. Is Deep Breath that changes so it breaks roots. And it apparently should function better with your environment, like it should be more consistent. Like sometimes evokers would get stuck on like a pixel or on a rock somewhere on a corner. There should be less of that nowadays. Like let's say if I were to like fly downwards, I think it's a lot, yeah, it's a lot more reactive. It's able to like cover distances. Yeah, that's a lot better. So they've improved them in that regard as well. Then there's also a bunch of buffs towards the Healy Evoker, which make him a lot more effective. So Healy Evoker was already pretty good, but they're making him even better. I think Balance Ruler will be good main for Dragonflight. So Boomkin, I think theoretically should be a solid Druid spec to play in Dragonflight. That being said, just be aware this week, if you're looking at WoW Hippos or like Icy Veins or hang out on a Druid Discord, this spec is going through a lot of changes this week specifically. There's a lot of buffs, there's a lot of nerfs, things go back and forth. So like by itself, if the spec is tuned properly, I think it should be pretty decent. But again, I think it will come down to the final tuning of what the spec brings to like the table. You know what I mean? They also buffed Living Flame. Oh yeah, you are correct. I looked at that later and I didn't really... You are right, yeah. So Living Flame is gonna do like what, 13,000 damage, but also 17,000 self-healing? Yeah, I think that actually is it only for self-healing? Or just generally healing? That's still really good. I think it's going to be great for Healer Evoker in particular, just because I don't think I really used that Living Flame ability that much. Wait, that's on baseline armor, Worthless? For what, the bear? You're based on arms 3,000, so you have a 38% damage reduction, physical damage reduction. I have 34. That's actually pretty good for Evoker, man. I mean, I have like a base tank mitigation, which is kind of nutty. A lot of people did say that Evoker feels kind of squishy out in the open world. They do have mobility, right? They have an opportunity to like move while casting, so you can get around the corner and get yourself a bunch of heals, so that should help survivability on average, but it just wasn't really enough. So it's good that they added them some changes. That's about Red Pally. I actually kind of like him, but they didn't get a lot of new stuff, but the stuff they've got, oh, look at that big boy. Oh, look at that Pit Lord. Oh, he's so handsome. Look at that big dude. I'm sorry. Pallies, I think it's kind of cool in my opinion. I like the consecration thing they're trying to do. I think the consecration playstyle could be kind of fun, honestly. But, yeah. I like him. They're basically rebuilding balance druids right now. A lot of changes are going to happen over the next month. I don't know about over the next month, but it's possible, yes. They are redoing druids. They are redoing balances because I like the initial changes they did to the talent tree. Wait, is that confirmed that they're going to be like basically revamping them all over again? Because I saw that they said they're going to be doing a lot of hot fixes back and forth before the raid testing, but I mean, maybe. If that's confirmed, then that's crazy, actually. It seems like a lot of changes before the release of an expansion, which makes me not worried about movies because I don't want to like frighten anybody, but definitely like, makes me like go, with a tinge of concern, because it's like, well, this thing's about to release. Like, imagine if you play Boomy in pre-patch and then it just gets completely revamped when the game comes out. I mean, if a class is in that bad of a spot, I'd rather that happen than not happen at all, right? I'd rather, like, if a class is in that bad of a dire spot, I'd rather them to, like, do a big revamp for a better rather than for worse. Rather than, like, okay, it's kind of crap right now, we'll update it in, like, a 0.3 update, 10.3, you know what I mean? It's like, man, I gotta wait 3 raid tiers? That'd be the worst. Can you play Survival Hunter? I want to try to see if I can get on a dungeon as Evoker real quickly, but afterwards, yes, I'd like to play some more Survival. I need to figure out what's the best AoE build for Survival, because it seems to do pretty well in single target, but like the AoE build, I want to explore that some more. They aren't happy when women said yeah. I mean, it's good that they are being honest about it. I think it's really good that they're like, you know what? We've seen where Boomy's been. We're not happy with it. We want to make it better. That's good to see. Because the alternative would have been like, okay, we're not happy where it's at. We're just gonna think about updating them for like the next big update. Kind of like what happened with Shamans for Shadowlands. Originally, Shamans, like Ellie specifically, was gonna go through a pretty big revamp. I think BFA and Shadowlands, but then they had to keep delaying it and delaying it and delaying it, and they just never really got into it. So then for a while, Spec felt like, well, there's some mechanics and talents that work together, but others are super desyncing against one another, and it just felt like you had specific builds rather than a variety of different talents and playstyles. Shamans in general were kind of okay performers towards the end of SL at the very least, but it wasn't an optimal situation at all. 3 or 4 words, I'm actually a main red paladin. So Dante, they're not getting too many new stuff, but they are getting a lot of the like older expansion stuff that they had before. Like Wake of Ashes, there's a lot more support for that, and ways to modified consecration ability, which you don't really use, does see some interplay with an AoE focused playstyle, and there's some benefits towards playing consecration as well, for as long as targets stay inside of it. So limiting to like PvE, it's probably going to do well in. PvP, I don't know if anybody's going to stand on consecration, although it can be maybe good to like put a healer in consecration, give him movement speed in consecration, so there's some like playability there. You get a lot of this stuff in Shadowlands, the toll ability, which is really, really good. It adds a little bit more like, takes out the downtime out of your rotation, I guess, rather than adds more, let's say. There's ways to modify your Blades of Justice to also drop consecrations, so at least dropping consecrations everywhere should be a little bit easier. Wake of Ashes reset, T-reset returns, which also adds a little bit of fun gameplay. There's more interactions with Divine Storm and Temple's Verdict. Execute Set is also getting a bit more support, so you can collect damage based on enemies around you rather than the guy you're attacking. So if you wanted to funnel AoEing and then make sure there's quite a bit of damage going to the primary target, you could do that too. There's cool stuff there. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel, they're trying to just add more. Plus, you also got a battle res, which is really cool. They were gonna give you guys Spell Warden, but then they deemed that it was maybe a little too strong. I'm still sad about that one. I'm still a little bit upset about that one specifically. But yeah, otherwise it's good. For alt level, do you think challenges will be faster than WoD? Can you do Threads of Fate? So once pre-patch comes out, I don't think you even need to level in Shadowlands. I think you can just kind of level with Chromie in any expansion up until level 60, right? Like you can go through Shadowlands if you want to, but I think I don't know how Shadowlands is gonna go in terms of leveling actually. Like if you are doing the Chromie style, I have no idea, to be honest. I actually have no clue. I'm hoping it'll be in a good spot. But yeah, what am I trying to say? So I think you'll be able to either play the Chromie time in order to just kind of bypass the whole Shadowlands leveling from 50 to 60 altogether. And I'm not sure I'm such a blank on this one. Hold on, chat. Let me think about this. Is it my tier set procky, by the way, that red? I think it is. I never actually played with it. It's kind of good. I like it a lot. Oh yeah, let's do the new Dream Breath. It just puts a hot on things. Oh, this is going to be so much easier to play into, man. You can just put a hot on everybody. You just not even have to worry about it for a while. That's going to feel fantastic. I guess what I'm trying to say at the end of the day, you should be able to level quicker, yes. You should be able to. Yes, I don't know, I just don't know if you'll be able to leveling through like, I just have no idea if you'll be leveling through either Chromie time, or will you be leveling through like... Because will I be leveling through Chromie time or Thread of Fates? I don't even know if Threads of Fate will be there. Will it? Because I think just Chromie time will be faster, and just I think all you do is just do the story stuff. Or is Threads of Fate going to be part of Chromie time? I have no idea. I wish I had the answer for you. I guess that's why I'm confused, because I just don't have all the info myself, honestly. We got a healer for everybody. Huge. Wish I had a little bit more AoE damage. But I was suddenly putting my dots up with a flame. I think I'm just basically chilling. Oh, this ability should be a lot more impactful, yeah? A lot more consistent? Oh yeah. Dragonflight get quite sick. I'm glad you think so. I think that's the best thing. Like we hope this expansion is gonna be good, man. I think everybody that plays WoW right now is just hoping that this expansion is gonna be like the hit. It's gonna be the thing that brings the game back to glory. I feel like we've been waiting for that thing since like Legion. Legion was actually really good, but then nothing's really been able to like top Legion. And I'm really hoping that the stuff they've done so far on paper has been good. As long as it's like lacking bugs, as long as there's quite a bit of polish to it, I think like I'll be fairly happy myself personally. But again, well, let's see. We just gotta wait until the final product finally comes out. Whenever that happens, boys. Just gotta wait until the very end. Wish I had the, what's this? My AoE fire ability for these guys. Because I got nothing for them right now. Hold on soon? Oh man, she's dead. We'll also put up the damage numbers up. I wish I had my fire breath as well as the what's it called? Deep breath. Yo, everybody's stealing my track. Get out of here. Let me go up. Rather height? That's awesome. Wait for 1 to 15 in WoD, then wait for pre-patch. I guess you could do that too, yeah. Yeah, honestly, might not be a bad idea. Wait until pre-patch. I mean, right now they do have a level 70% XP buff, so maybe you could take advantage of it. Honestly, like maybe I would take advantage of it. Because right now, if you take the current Winds of Wisdom buff that we have right now, which is 50% XP, and then we're gonna put Last Evoker over in the trenches over behind enemy lines. Take the 50% Winds of Wisdom together with the new buff that we have with the holiday, the spooky holiday. Then you also pick up the what am I trying to think of? Heirloom gear, and then you pick up the Battle for Azeroth leveling potion, which is 10% more XP. And then I think there is the... So there's 10% from the actual event. There's 10% from somewhere else. But basically you get like 70% more XP this week over on the live servers. I'm trying to remember like what are all the modifiers that do give you all the bonus XP, but I literally can't remember all of them. Chat, what are all the modifiers that give me XP right now? In level 30, and I want to have the 100k W. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Honestly, not bad at all. Wait, can I knock things up while you carry me over? That was actually kind of cool. Hold on, I think I was able to knock up an enemy, like midway while you carry me. That actually could be really solid. Imagine like taking somebody over while they use their CC midway through. That'd be kind of neat. War mode. Oh yeah, war mode too. That's the one. Yeah, with war mode, yeah, so you can get like what, 60%? So you can get like 60% more XP. from like the buff as well as the Winds of Wisdom, then 30% on top of War Mode for 90%, and then you pick up yourself a leveling potion for like 100? Wait, could you actually get 100% more XP this week? Hold on a second. Chat. Okay, well, somebody's gonna have to check on live if you can. Hold on. Is it actually confirmed 30% on live for Alliance with War Mode on? There's no way, right? There's actually no way, man. I don't believe it. That'd be nuts, man. Actually, we gotta hold off for the breath. Tank? Where's the boy at? Hold on. Bring him over. Here we go, bear. Quick bear delivery, boys. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. That's my fault. It's 50% for Solomon Alliance. Oh, okay, so for Alliance it's 15. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was 30. Okay. So you definitely can get quite a lot. But it's sort of like 100%, I don't know. I think it's more XP with War Mode on over Horde. I think it all depends on like if there's more Alliance or Horde out in War Mode on. And I think recently Alliance and Horde have been a little bit more even with one another with War Mode stuff. We're just gonna... I guess I'll do it like that. Are we not gonna fight the... Okay, I guess we're just gonna keep doing stuff. Cool. I'm telling you, sometimes just kind of rolling over and like fighting those things. But I guess not. I'm making a mistake. Take, please. You can get free patch 50 to 60 and 70%. Wait, 73% less XP from 50 to 60. Wait, what? You can, but pre-patch is 50 to 60, 73% less XP. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Like, if pre-patch is actually going to be that much XP gains, then you might as well just wait, honestly. Hey, friend. I love the amount of burst healing Evokers could do, man, with that echo mechanic. I think it's my favorite. Although I do think that maybe Triple Anomaly used to be basically used in melee in order to gain your full value. It doesn't really have much of a travel time anymore like it used to. Let's just group everything up, man. Yeah, just grab all of it. Oh yeah, this is going to be really good once this comes out on live. There's the amount of AoE healing you could do as this spec. My god, this could be really, really good. Why is this all damage done? Let me switch that to healing. Here we go. Beautiful. I think people hate Cataclysm much. Dude, Cataclysm was a weird expansion though, wasn't it? Cataclysm was kind of weird. It's just an expansion that maybe, like in context, maybe people kind of treated it too harshly, but it was a weird expansion, man. It's a very unusual expansion that kind of that's when the game started breaking from like the Wrath of Lich King norm. You know? So like I don't blame anybody that was like, you know what, Wrath was kind of weird. Wait, am I tanking? Okay, I'll do it. I'll tank him. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I wish they added Mythic Pluses again. Everything here dies way too quickly. Way too rapidly. Although the spec feels a lot better right now, man. I don't feel like I really gotta like manage my allies and worry about my range. I really do feel like the 30-yard healing range of my abilities. That feels fantastic, man. That feels really, really good. The echo mechanic feels a lot more flush. Being able to go for a breath and just put a dot and have it heal over time, together with like Life Giver's Flame, where it just will do healing up to 5 targets. It's really, really good. Dude, it's really, 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 really good. It's just passive healing. I'm a fan. Alright, chat, let's play something else. Let's get into another class. I gotta check out some Fury Warrior. I gotta check out some Survival Hunter. I gotta check out some Disc Priest. I gotta play all these things, boys. Some Rogue, too. Alright, let me BRB real quick. Healing Evoker is really, really good, though. If you guys haven't given it a look at all, or haven't decided which class as an alt you were thinking of playing, definitely give Evoker a try. Definitely give Evoker Healer consideration. It's like a mix of a Druid, or Shaman, Mystery or Monk to some degree, but like all the fun mechanics of it. Wait, 70% less XP for real? That's actually, yeah, pretty big increase. Yeah, so maybe as a, What was I said earlier? As Larissa said, just level to the pre-patch, just get to level 50 and just kind of chill. Can Evokers carry each other? Yes, they can. Yeah, so Evokers can just basically, you can go pick up your friend and carry him over, and then your friend can pick you up and carry him over. The ability does have a bit of a cooldown, like a minute. I suffered from Lich King being easy and Kata trying to be hard with CC mobs in the heroic, etc. I do remember that, yeah. I played Kata like towards the very like beginning of Kata. Or end of Kata rather. It's because I came into the game a little late. But I do remember that being like a pretty often pretty big complaint back in the day about like the way that like, rogues were. But like that's where I guess like Mr. Pandaria and World of Gen are probably better examples of like when the game started becoming like a lot more modernized. But Kata started heading in that direction slowly but surely. Like that's when the Paladins I think lost their current playstyle on Wrath and they got the Holy Power instead. And then you had more of like those charges-based gameplay, more builder-spender, started to like pervade a bigger permanent playstyles. I feel like some of the builder-spender playstyles were actually pretty good. I felt like the Enhanced Shaman one was pretty cool with Maelstrom, but I do like the current version of Maelstrom instead. Like cooldowns feel a little bit better. But like Demon Hunter with their builder-spender, it feels fine. The Death Knight Ruins thing, I think it feels better, but it's definitely took a lot of the like depth out of it that you can experience in Wrath. Like having Blood Ruins, Unholy Ruins, Frost Ruins. I honestly didn't think that was a bad mechanic at all, like managing runes. Honestly, like maybe it's like a popular opinion, but I really like playing it right now in Wrath. It doesn't feel bad at all. Chat, what class do we play next? Give me an idea. Real quick, I'm thinking Fury Warrior, I'm thinking Disc Priest. I'll play like the Penance build, because that was really fun, or Shadow build, or Rogue. One of those two, three. Are the most sub-rogues abilities still MYI? A lot of them work. Actually, I could read you off like the amount of abilities for rogues that don't function, because a lot of them function, but there are a few bugs. But there are more function abilities than there is bugs. So abilities that don't work properly is, right now, Shuriken Storm benefits from Soundstorm but doesn't consume the buff. The Finality talent does not apply to replicating shadows or Shadow Finishers talent. Then you also have the Night Stalker, which is always 0% buff instead of like no matter how many ranks you put into it. So it's like it's doing too well. And then Shadow Strike Teleport not adjusted for melee range for acrobatic strikes. But besides those 4 bugs, everything else works fine. And everything else works kind of okay. I think right now maybe there's some assassination bugs potentially in terms of like how abilities function with the dots and the recent interaction changes to Deathmark. But I'm sure the Deathmark is still going through changes. What are the last what are the chances Feral makes a launch? Dude, breaks into a launch as it is in beta. So Feral is in a pretty good spot right now in the beta. I think it's gonna, I don't think they're gonna nerf it. I don't think they're gonna change it much. Maybe like they'll adjust its damage, but I feel like so far over the last few days, or last 3 weeks rather, Feral has been getting buffed little by little. It's been only getting adjusted upwards. I don't think they're trying to make it like, I don't think they're trying to put in all this work to make Feral good in order to like ruin him by the end of it. I think Feral can be really, really good. Fury, Survival, that's another one. Yeah, Survival, definitely. Survival, Hunter, Sin, Rogue, Fury. Dude, let's just do a quick, can we wait for Kata Classic? Dude, are they actually gonna do Kata Classic, or was that like them just talking about it? Which class is the most mobility in DF? I think it's gonna be stuff like Monks, Demon Hunters, maybe Evokers to a degree, Feral Druids. I think the stuff that's already mobile right now is going to continue to be mobile in DF. I am leaning towards Demon Hunter right now though, based on like what we've seen. I mean, you have a gap closer with a Hunt, you have 2 Fell Rushes, Retreats, Meta. Monk's also a really close second with the Ports and Rolls and Dragon Kick, or Flying Serpent Kick, Disc. Okay, let's get Disc, boys. Let's go quick Disc, because it's been a while since I played some Disc. And hopefully my talents and all that stuff is set up for Disc properly. Because they had a Penance build that just rapid fires it. I want to see if it's actually still effective. Really, really want to see if it's still effective. Because it could be really good, because it was good last time. And all the DK, I want to see some dot damage. Yo, we could totally do that afterwards. This is some Disc real quickly. Now, do I just Disc to like play into like a Holy and Shadow build? Do I go all Shadow? Do I go the Penance build, chat? Let's actually, I'll let you guys decide this one. Chat, do we go full Penance build with Harsh Discipline? Do we go full Penance with big Penance bursts? Do we go into like a Shadow build where we focus on damage over time? Which one would you guys like to see out of all those builds? Out of those two? I guess there was also like a we tried Lights Rad build, which isn't terrible, but it's like not as insane as I thought it was gonna be. But yeah, we could either go like full shadow build, that's great for AoE, that plays with a mind bender, and even has that whole like where you shadow word death and mind blast, you mind bender lashes the people, and it's gonna give you more shadow damage. Does Divine Star become like shadow if I go shadow, by the way? Yeah, shadow spells. Yeah, that could be really good. Penance mandatory. Penance is mandatory, mom. So should I go play shadow and penance build? Wait, could I do both actually? Hold on. I do think I need to get the at least this would train of thought in order to make the penance thing work, but going to shadow would be kind of fun too, right? Penance mandatory, penance. Okay, penance build. We'll do penance build, boys. So we'll try to go for as many damage buffs to penance. Penance? Everything that buffs penance. Penance becomes a... While Shadow Covenant is active, Penance becomes Dark Reprimand, causing shadow damage over... Should I go like full Shadow Penance build? Hold on a second. Would I be able to make it work? Will I have the points for it? Potentially? Maybe? So if I go like Shadow Penance... Ooh, that could be interesting then. Power Shield grants you buffs. Power increases your effectiveness of penance by additional... Okay, we'll do that. We'll try this Shadow Penance build. Penance fires additional bolts. I think I won't borrow time and pick this up. We're gonna basically buff whatever we wanna. Lenience. Increases damage of Mind Blast and Shadow Word Death. Mind Blast and Shadow Word consumes 2 seconds of Shadow Word damage. I mean, that could be really good. And Penance cast reduces the cooldown on Mind Bender. Hey, I could probably do both, couldn't I? Yeah, that could be interesting. Okay, so it's like a Penance Shadow Word Death build. That could be kind of fun. Hell yeah. Would you see Alien Blast PvP build? Is Alien Blast viable right now for PvP? Hi Sally, how you doing, man? Yo, I'm gonna see if I can suggest a invite you real quickly. Get you in on this one. Okay, so how do I want to play this actually? It's been a bit since I played this spec, man. It's been a little bit of time since I've actually played it. So we got PI here. So I'm trying to figure out what abilities do what. Okay, so this becomes that. Mind Blast becomes Smite. Hots become Hots. Shield is Shield. Okay. So if, let's say if I dot him up. And I kind of want to see if I can spread a couple of pen atonements on everybody. Just to see if I can maybe get myself a little bit more value. Oh, that builds up very, very quickly. Wow. Okay, so we got ourselves big buff for penance. Okay. Go for Shadow. I mean, that could have quite a bit of damage. Dark Reprimand. Okay. Let's see if I can do this again. Do Empowered Radiance. Make sure there's hots or dots rolling in. Okay, I got Penance again. So I want to go for a Schism. Shadow. Schism. Big Penance Burst. So a single Penance... 75,000? What is that? Wait, can Penance actually just hit for 75,000 like that? Jesus, okay, apparently can do a lot of work. Alright, apparently Penance can do work, chat. Interesting. And we got Shadow Word Death here too. Mind Blast as well. Hold on, I want to try it again. Okay, let's try this again. So we get everybody buff. We get this buff. Big... Wait, that does work. That does do stuff. Dark Reprimand. So we did 65. So that's gonna do a lot of damage every single time we get that, what's it called? Every time we got Shadow Covenant. I'm actually gonna put Shadow Covenant on bars like that, just so I can track it. Because all my abilities, the way they're set up right now, chat, is a lot of them are like... Hard Radiance? Okay, I don't actually need that there. Yeah, a lot of my abilities basically change depending on who I'm targeting. If I'm targeting an enemy, they become a damaging ability. If I'm targeting an ally, they become a helpful ability. Alright, I guess we'll just have to give it a try, see how that goes. And whenever you want to pass me lead last, or if you want to kill something, my guy, you good? Unholy, please. I definitely want to give Unholy a go, my guy. I definitely want to give him a go, but I want to try to see if I can play some disc again. It's been a bit since I played one, man. It's been a bit. I want to try going like super aggressive. We got ourselves a Mindbender build that has a little bit of AoE damage, so we have to press Mind Blast. We have to press Death. Because the damage of Mind Blast and Shadow Word Death by 20. Mind Blast and Shadow Word Death consume pain on targets, which I think could be really good too for overall like atonement healing. And then damage of Holy Nova is increased by 200. I guess like when it's fully stacked up, like a big Holy Nova is gonna provide quite a lot of healing, isn't it? Go over here and I just hit him with a. I mean that's a bit of healing. That's a decent bit of healing, chat. That could work. Okay. We'll try that. We'll see how that goes. I do wonder if I could maybe like change the playstyle to make it a little bit stronger. Mind Blast. Because I got the Shadow of Pain here, and I don't think I can really get any more like throughput stuff here either. Yeah, I definitely want to take this to Mythic classes whenever those become available. Giant Series on the Ellie Blast one shot. I haven't tried and I haven't seen the Ellie Blast one shot. I've had I think it was Lath, and it was one not one bang, it was somebody else. It was Unhow trying to do an Ellie burst on me. I don't think I've ever really got one-shotted by an Ellie Blast, unless it was like an Enhancement Shaman. But an Elemental Ellie Blast, haven't seen it yet, no. As Elemental, not Enhancement. That's the thing, I don't think I've seen an Elemental one-shot me with that yet. Although, if you guys are an Elemental Shaman and you're like outside of Ogrebar here, you want to give it a go? Want to see if we can one-shot me? I'd love to see it, but I haven't seen it myself yet, no. Oh wait, War Mode. Why are there so many bodies out here? Oh my god. Is Warthros out and about? Just stomping on people? Is that what's going on? Okay, we're out here. If an Ellie Shaman wants to come by and one-shot me real quick, I'd love to see it. Elemental Spec isn't that good with Ellie Blast though. But if there's a one-shot, man, I'd like to see it. I just don't know how good it will be overall. Last try to see if you could blast another Evoker. Dude, this guy just got you on the ropes, man. Yeah, there's not much you can really do. Ah, why you're dead? Hold on, I got you. A little bit faster than him. Maybe a little faster. Hey, I was quicker. Hey, I was so much faster than that guy. Let's go. Huge. That's so quick. Let's go. Hell yeah, Evokers would be OP season 1 no matter what in my opinion. They could be. I think it would make sense. It's a new class for World of Warcraft. You want to make sure it's nice and strong. So, of course, you probably... Well, I feel like it would just make the most sense. Hey, let's make this really, really strong class. I'll make sure it's like giga good. By the way, I'm liking your Mog, man. It looks great. Kinda want to give him a Holy Priest and share with that one shot. So now you're telling me there's a Holy Priest one shot. What class isn't one-shotting right now? I think that's a better question, Chad. Which class isn't one-shotting? There is. Okay, that seems like a lot. That seems excessive. Oh, wait, that's Purple Mog. Wait, that looks so good. Wait, chat. Purple with the shoulders? Yo, that looks so good. Hold on, look at you. Hey, that looks great. I don't know about that vial sticking out from the side, but like that axe and everything, that looks cool. I probably would give like a purple enchant for the axe, but it looks good. It's like a Forsaken Evoker or something. That looks great. Hello. How are you, my guy? What's up, what's up? What is that? Inspiration? Is that me? Physical damage reduction? Is that... Do I provide inspiration? Yeah. Reduces target's physical damage taken when critical flash little penance. That's cool. That's a nice little buff. I like that. Hey, if you guys want to just kind of one-shot me while I'm a train dummy for you. What is that name? Bless you. Wait, what's his name? Wait, was it? Azdanazathan. Oh, okay. I see why he said bless you. Destroism. Dude, I want Destro to get buffed, man. Can we get some buffs for Destro, Chad? Can we please get some hearts for Destro? Blizzard. Please. Destro doesn't deserve to be in the dumps like this. Ah. Because even trying to get a one-shot going for Destro, I popped on a train dummy, like a player, geared to full gear. And I tried to make it work, man. It was kind of rough. But when I get him a priest, you get a Q. Oh, unfortunate, man. Unfortunate. I didn't realize you left the Q. I'm sorry about that. Last, we're gonna get through this dungeon very quickly. Don't worry about it. What have burned the most fun classes for you to test? What have been the most fun for you to test in class-wise? There's actually a lot of class changes in Dragonflight, and I've been enjoying a lot of them. To like pinpoint which one class specifically I enjoyed the most is very difficult. At least to me it is. I don't know. That's a hard question. That's actually a legitimately hard question. I don't know. A lot of them have been really fun and really good. Like very, very legitimately enjoyable. There is a PvP gear vendor in org from Wind. This guy's asking what's the best way to get PvP gear. This guy's like, oh, how do you guys get all that gear? Let me do one of these. Do a Shadow Covenant. I go for like brrrr. We'll get some damage in. We tried to play DPS, what is it? A DPS priest today, boys. We're not a healer priest at all. We don't heal anymore. We're a DPS class now. Or try DPS as much as we can at the very least. I'm a DPS now. Hold on. Brrrr. Ooh, okay, okay. We can do a little bit of AoE, or a little bit of single target too. Oh, Sally, now. I'm trying to remember what my abilities are for my healing. But the fact that, also, by the way, Atonement doesn't provide a shield. Does it not? No, I don't think it does. I think it's only my heal over time. Oh, it does provide a shield. Okay, for some, I guess it does. We can fight these guys. We can hold this. I think this is the first time the tank's been in this place, maybe. In this instance. Go for a little bit of brrrr into one of these. Ah. I mean, 20k DPS a single target. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh no. You got him, my guy. Divine Star does quite a bit, actually. Okay, cool. Shadow Word Death, Shadow Word Pain. Definitely get a bunch of pains on things is going to be helpful. Alrighty, boys. Tank, do your thing. Whenever you wanna. Where's the tank, actually? This guy? I'll give the mana buff. Wait, did we beat the Shadow Priest in damage too? Just now? I mean, this guy doesn't live long. Ah, so close though, dude. So close. Hold on. What is that Mind Games damage? I definitely scuffed mine a little bit. 75k crit. I'll take it. I definitely can do better. I scuffed it. I think my Schism by then fell off, and my what says the shadowy form, Shadow Covenant buff fell off as well. I gotta be a little bit faster with it. I'm kind of getting reused to my keybinds in general as a priest. Because I don't remember these at all. I'm gonna die. Unless... Well... Huge. Okay, Sally lived. That monk did not. Poor guy. Oh no. Oh, poor guy. Oh, that's instant. Okay, I thought for some reason it wouldn't be. WWE, good, that guy, you good. Is this about top and single target? Dude, Sally's actually doing work, man. He's got the Mungus Bite build. 61,000 hits with Mungus Bite? I'm sorry, huh? What kind of a build you got? Hold on, is that the build you linked earlier? Yeah, that is the build you linked earlier. Okay, well, I gotta give that a try. Mungus Bite damage, boys. Okay. Alrighty. That could be really good. That could actually potentially be good. I gotta give it a proper go. Did this man just figure out how to act? Because I've heard survival apparently does really well on single target, but like in AoE it may not be like insane or anything like that. Let's go for bunch of penances. Cool. Wait, we actually RB'd Shadow Priest there. Oh my god, Mind Games for 54. That would have been a 100k hit. That actually was a decent setup too. What kind of a build would you play as this like shadowy version of a priest? What would you play with this, man? I think it would end up playing like haste crit then, yeah. I really wish you had mastery that like increased your damage a little bit. That or I guess I doubt it Versa. I doubt it'll be Versa. Hey, one question: do you think Dragonflight feels very unfinished? I saw a lot of people talking about it. My fears it'll be Shadowlands 2.0. I am hoping it's not Shadowlands 2.0. I've been a little bit I guess the best way to put it, like I've been more reserved when talking about the expansion. I think they've done a lot of progress. They've been listening to a ton of feedback. There's a lot less borrowed power systems, which I think is going to end up helping this expansion a ton. I don't know. I want to say it's in a pretty good spot, man. But also, like, I don't know. I'm like second guessing myself because like of just how Shadowlands turned out. I'm trying to consider like all the different aspects of this expansion. It's been very, very enjoyable to play so far. I think it feels a lot more finished than where Shadowlands was by the same point. Minus bug fixes. Don't I have an orb anymore? I thought I had one. Are we not doing the mechanic? Okay, I guess it doesn't really matter. This thing dies way too quickly. Who did the most damage there? Sally? Sally! Wait, why does it keep defaulting to you? Sally! What did you do to this thing? How are you gonna have two eagles? 100k hits with bite? Wait, Surprising isn't that far behind either. Actually. Explosive shot, fear of the eagle, flanking strike. Wait, this guy's figured out the monkey's bite build. Big bites, boys. What the hell? Yeah, Kira, I'd say it's... I don't know. I feel like right now the expansion, like everything else works about it, right? The dungeons, we've been testing them and they've been adjusting them. I feel like that can there'll be more adjustments over the next few weeks in terms of the dungeons and how they operate, specifically for Mythic Pluses. Like tuning is a regular part of the process too. I feel like tuning is just going to continue for quite a while. And I'm pretty sure they're going to continue tuning on classes going forward, like as we get into heroics and mythics. So I don't think anything is different in that regard. The questing works, the zone works. The raids seem to work pretty okay, but they're adjusting them a little bit. But it doesn't look like they're going through like crazy, huge sweeping changes on these dungeons. So I don't really know. I'm hoping they'll be ready. PvP solo queue has been very, very fun. Although again, like some classes are bugged and there's some one-shots that need to be solved. But it seems like for the most part, it isn't like the inherent core systems that are the issue at the moment. Besides a few classes where their talents just don't really feel all that like finished. Like there've been some of the ones that I've heard the most complaints about have been like Destra Warlock, Prot Warrior, Selly dying. I'm dying. Hold on, Selly, I'll get you up as soon as I can. Oh, you're dead. Yeah. Hold on. Trying to think and play at the same time. It's kind of difficult. I'm stunned. Is the guy can maybe stun him for me? Oh, we're dead, aren't we? Maybe. Still stunned. Tank, please. Just fear everything. Trying to live. I'm gonna live? Possibly? We can just get a bunch of dots rolling early. Then I think I will be able to live that every single time. Some more dot spread, more dots, because they're gonna stun me every single time. And as long as I have some atonements rolling out, I should be okay. Oh no, we're dead. I don't know. I want to say it feels a lot more finished than Shadowlands was in the same like present development state. Because Shadowlands felt very, very unfinished. Like the whole mall zone wasn't working. A lot of the powers were just not functional. Some of the talents weren't properly implemented by this point. A lot of the talents like implemented, there's just play styles that, like Dasher for example, and Prot Warrior, that don't feel that great, but they do work. They don't feel amazing, but they do work okay, and maybe tuning can help fix them. Majority of classes, I'd say more classes are finished than feel finished than not finished. That being said, would want the expansion to release in a perfect state. Like if it's good enough, isn't really good enough as like it used to be. It used to be like, okay, it's good enough. They'll get a couple of things finished, it will be good to go. Nowadays, like after expansion like Shadowlands, you'd rather let things come out perfectly spotless. You know what I mean? You don't want it to be like half baked. I don't know. I want to say good stuff, but like I'm reserving my judgment for now, just because I think there's quite a lot of stuff that was done that's right in Dragonflight, like PvP gearing. They did a really good job. They listened to the community for feedback. They listened to a lot of the class talents for feedback as well. Tier says they're still adjusting them based on community feedback. Questing works, all the zones work. I don't think I've ever really experienced any of the issues inside of like instances really, or not a lot of issues with instances, besides bosses doing some buggy things, but not in a crazy amount where like things were just absolutely broken like they were in Shadowlands. They also don't need to work on or need to deal with borrowed power systems at all in this expansion, which I think is a pretty big bonus. That's a pretty big benefit. And I think that should hopefully help get this expansion out on a timely manner. I don't know. I want to say like it feels like within a month it's going to be finished because that's when it releases. But I guess the question is right now, like, is it going to be ready for pre-patch? And most classes are going to be ready for pre-patch, although it does seem like there's quite a few that still are not perfect, exactly where they need to be yet. I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, but I don't know. I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping. Let's just say with that. Feels finished because it's designed purposefully. It feels like the base game this time. That is true. Yeah, it does feel like the design has a purpose. I do agree with you on that. It's just, there's little things like, I just want all classes to be perfect. That's all. I just want to make sure all our classes are perfect and final by the time the pre-patch releases, because I feel like if it's not perfect, it's gonna just give everybody like such a bad taste in their mouth. Because Shadowlands came out definitely unfinished, half-baked. BFA was also very, very half-baked. Like they didn't really get it up and running until about patch 9.2. That's when things started to feel really fun. I feel like Dragonflight has better bones than any of those expansions, and even then I'm like still very, very cautious to be like super optimistic and say yes, it feels great, it feels good, it feels fun, because it's been fun. I've loved the communication. I feel like the communication this time around has been much, much better than any time throughout Shadowlands. Even in patch 9.2 they had really good communication. This was miles above that. It was the communication that we needed. Again, not all the specs though. It's just like, it was really, really good, but it's just so difficult to call it perfect. You know, and I think, I just fear that a lot of people are expecting like just nothing but perfection out of the expansion. Like if it's not perfect, then it's basically not worth playing to some degree. I don't know, I'm not trying to oversell it. I'm trying to be very, very careful with my words. I've been having an absolute blast with it. I think they've done a lot of good stuff so far. Like a ton of good stuff. It's been very, very enjoyable. Very, very fun. And I love how creative they've gotten with some of the talents, with some of the abilities and all those things. I enjoyed it a lot. But still, like again, trying not to oversell it or anything. Trying to be careful with my words. So far it's been very, very enjoyable, and hopefully they can get all the bugs solved. I feel like if that's what they could do, if they could focus on solving all the bugs and have our classes ready for pre-patch, then I'll be very, very optimistic if they can fix all the bugs by the time it comes out, then they'll be very, very optimistic. Because I think it has a lot of room to grow. It feels like when they said they've been developing and working for this thing for a while, it does feel like it. It feels like they have actually been working on it. There's a lot of consideration that went into stuff. And some of the aspects. Yeah, look at that space, for instance, with the rework. It was barely even finished the 1B until the next spec is ready. Lots of band-aids in DF. I think so. I don't know. I feel like the talent tree, at least for CyberPowerPC, has been feeling like there was a purpose to it. Like, I love the fact that there's like choices in terms of gameplay between like Void Eruption build and the Void Form playstyle versus the Spike build, right? The original, more close to like the original playstyle. There's the what is it? The addons as well. I think they've been kind of cool. They just gotta get tuned properly. But Priest, like compared to at least like compared Priest between Shadowlands between here, Shadowlands Priest definitely felt like it was a band-aid fixes. And then the spec just really started unraveling and started feeling really, really weird once you got into Covenant abilities. A lot of the Covenant abilities for Shadow Priest didn't really feel like it played well into the playstyle. Maybe like mind games for a little bit, but at the end of the day, a lot of people went to the Shadow Priest Fairy playstyle, which desync your cooldowns. The fact that PI and your main combat ability, where one is 2 minutes, the other is 1.5 minutes, like you literally just held your cooldowns for a while. You held your main damage and ability, so you could sync it up together with Power Infusion in most cases. There were some cases where you didn't want to, but in most cases that was like, that's just what you did, you held your cooldowns. And that felt weird. You know? It just felt like there was a bit of a desync. And then by the end of the expansion, you got the playstyle with the Shadow Mender and all those things. It just felt like there was a lot of, you had a lot of things going on all at once, and none of them really felt super synergetic. Survival Hunter is another spec that felt a similar way. You had a lot of these things that happened at once, a bunch of spinning plates that never really had like a cohesive synergy. We just kind of kept the plates spinning at all times separately. And then when the spec feels that way, it just feels like it's kind of like slapped together. Yeah, it's just, I think they put a lot more effort into this time around in class design. Again, I'm not saying like all classes are perfect. That's what I'm really worried about. Like, I think unless this expansion is like literally perfect, because Legion wasn't perfect, but it was incredibly fun, but it was not perfect by any measure. It just, I feel like unless this expansion is perfect, people are gonna get disappointed. And I don't know. It's just it's a weird feeling, man. It's a weird feeling. And I had a really hard time describing it. That's about the best I could do though. Just like trying to describe it. How I feel about it. So far it's been very fun though. Tier sets and borrowed power. Yes, tier sets is the only bit of borrowed power, which I think makes designing a lot of the content and a lot of the class features a lot easier to work with. Yeah. I think that's been like one of the biggest advantages, is the fact that the design on those kind of things is a lot better. You don't have all these Covenant abilities, legendaries, all these things to manage and handle. A lot of these things are part of the class core. And the fact that we're like, you know what, players are going to want to maximize and itemize and really just take the classes to the next level. So let's take the talent trees and allow people to change them anytime they want to. All the power, literally at your fingertips, anytime you want to use it and play it. Adjust it anytime you want to. Go from one boss fight into another and you want to maximize your character, you can do that. You can go play a, I don't know, dungeons, and you can really itemize exactly like big trash pulls. Let's go for big AoE. Small pulls, let's go for more condensed damage profile. Off healing for PvP, for example. You could really take advantage of a lot of those off healing tools and hybrid capabilities. Bring new raid buffs and passives that weren't available before. Like, they did consider and add a lot more utility to classes. There were a lot more ways to like customize it, and variety of builds are higher. Like in Shadowlands, I felt like you had 4 covenants, but really only one of them was good. And that means a lot of the covenants weren't worked on nearly as heavily as like they worked on them, but they didn't consider all of them for every single spec. Like Feral Druids were Nightfall from the get-go, from the start, and they're mostly Nightfall by the end of the expansion. The fact that Vente was never considered for Feral Druid properly. The fact that Kirin wasn't adjusted for them at all. Necrolord kind of worked out in PvP, but that's really about the only case. You had 4 covenants and only 1 viable choice. You know what I mean? It wasn't great. And a lot of the classes that had issues, they've been trying to solve them and work on them and try to figure out ways to fix it. Feral with the AoE issue. For example, Beast Mastery, that added a lot more depth into that playstyle. Windwalker's got a little bit more depth as well. Mistral got a lot more support for Fist River gameplay. Unholy Death Knight got very, very thematic kill stuff with the dots. Rose got really amped up with the death mark and the poisons dot, damage over time, focus returning for assassination, which I think is going to help him out a lot because it really carves out that niche. Owl got a lot of new changes. I mean, the playstyle feels great. The Shaman class tree is absolutely fantastic. The Warrior tree, the base class tree, actually has quite a lot of choices, quite a lot of options in there too. And what is there? Shadow Priest. It's a spec that I'm still a little bit of like hot and cold with. I really want to know with Shadow Priest if Mind Spike is supposed to be a filler ability or if I'm meant to use Mind Flay as my filler ability. And I'm pretty sure like figuring out like once things are properly tuned, it's going to be a lot easier to tell exactly where things are. That's the only thing I really want to know. But I like that there's like opportunity to go into a dot heavy playstyle, damage over time focus, spreading afflictions and corruptions everywhere. Or you can go more instant cast, bursty damage with it. You can play the old school playstyle, avoid eruption where you prolong it as much as possible into the cooldown. Or forget it, don't worry about it, that's a Legion thing. You want to go back to the closer to the OG Shadow Priest, Dark Ascension. You're a good fam, you're chilling. And I love in PvP how they have so many more hybrid capabilities. Like you really do feel like you're a priest first and then a shadow second. Previously it felt like you're just Shadow Priest and you have some shadow healing and you only just shadow casting for the most part. But now you're like a priest and a shadow and a priest. You know? Both of these things gonna weave together. I'm still a little iffy about power infusion, but I feel like shadow priests in general just need to be a lot more selfish with. Huh? I'm sorry, what? Catharsis? Hit me for 100,000. Can that crit? Hold on, can that crit? Mind games into Hollywood Chastise for 40k. Into Catharsis into Holy Fire. It can or it should. Wait, what is this? Okay, apparently Holy Priests are also insane, chat. What is this? Alright. I like how you fear me into a stun. Mind games? Woo! Okay. Alright, so Holy Priest can one shot. Chat. Catharsis. Man, I love stuff like this, but this is one of those things where somebody will look at this and be like, see, this game is ready for release, boys. It's like, dude, I'm sure they're gonna end up fixing it. It seems like an obvious thing. Twitch drops RMs usually cosmetics. You can usually watch a certain amount of hours to stream superior. You can link your Battle.net account to your Twitch account, and once the hours have been accumulated, you don't have to actually watch. Twitch drops are coming in Dragonflight. Do they have like what exactly the drops are? No, they didn't release like what the drops are gonna be exactly, but they did. Okay, all right, okay. Hit me with it. Who's ready? One of you guys do it. Duel me. I want to show you something. Storm C. Where's Storm C at? Storm C. Here we go. Duel. Dracthyr is kind of OP. It is kind of nutty. Jesus. Imagine if the game, if the drops are game time, kick W. I don't think it's gonna be game time. I think it's gonna be like cosmetic stuff. Okay. Okay, I'm fine waiting 25 seconds. Yeah, what's up? On how? One thing. Say happy birthday to Storm. Happy birthday, Storm. Appreciate you for being here, my guy. Yo, hit me with that one shotty. Don't clip this and make a YouTube video. Okay, okay, okay. Can I clip it just to save it for later? He's already streaming. Yeah. So that's awkward. Not sure if I should burst him then. Okay. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to burst me, guy. That's all good. Apparently there's some big Ellie. I've been trying to see like an Ellie Shaman one shot, man, this entire time. Is he doing it? Oh, Ascendance. Oh, yeah, I've seen that before. That is a lot of damage. Yeah, it is a ton. It is a ton. I was hoping maybe you were elemental, but you are Ascendance Enhancement. What the hell? Did you bury me? Am I covered? Put a blanket on me? Comforted by gently placed pal. Wait, you just put a weighted blanket on me. Okay. That's hilarious, dude. That's so funny. Do you have an early version of that? I'll send him the info which drops in Discord. Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Yeah, so I would like to know what the disc drops are gonna be, but they haven't released that yet, have they? I don't think at least they did. Blanket, dude. Just a weighted blanket. Dude, weighted blankets feel so good, by the way. I don't have one, but I felt one before. And they feel comfy. Alright, on how. Wait, your mind game script for 150. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Alrighty, man. Yeah, so I was gonna make a video like classes that potentially could be good for solo queue. I was gonna put priest in there, but now I think I'm definitely gonna put priest there just for wrong reasons. Just for different reasons. Now I'm afraid of priest. Me too. I was already pretty afraid of priest because you could just kind of lord your damage with the angel form, but now they're just on a whole other kinds of silly. I kind of love it though. I kind of love it. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be game time or not. Holy moly, yeah, holy moly indeed. Already missed Surrender to Madness wipes tears. Surrender, did they remove Surrender? They did, didn't they? Okay, I feel like Surrender to Madness, the Legion version, was the best. This new Surrender to Madness that I tried to make was nowhere near as good, and I'm kind of okay with it going away. I said it, chat. I feel like you either go with the big Surrender to Madness, the big damage, or bust. Although I did like Surrender to Madness for Shadow Priests, how they could use that and use mobility and give themselves extra bursts. Although I feel like nowadays priests, based on 5-5 duels, are able to do so much more than that. So much more than that. Can MM Hunter one shot? I don't know if they can. I'm sure there's like a one shot. But yeah, I'm sure there is one. Last, what other dungeon do you want to do, my guy? By the way, got any other character you want to play? Potentially? I really wish they would just like enable the let me check this real quick, chat. I'll be right back. I'll go back out there with you in a second, boys. I really wish they re-enable the Mythic Plus testers. Like those need to be available, I think, at all times, because that'll be so much more fun. Test our classes in a real environment, because like doing heroic dungeon, everything kind of like melts very, very quickly. Very quickly. Although it's been really fun, like just doing some ridiculous DPS, just seeing how fast it can wipe things out. But like without them adding scaling to it, Mythic Pluses, I think, is where it's at. I love it. Tell everyone that Sub Rogue sucks. Why? Why would I say that? Hold on, isn't Sub really good now? Because Sub is really good in PvP. Isn't Sub like actually good right now? Hold on, chat. I'll let the guys decide. Chat, Fury Warrior or Sub Rogue? I want to give Sub a go, man. I definitely want to give it a try. Outshined? Is it really? They keep nerfing them on the beta realms. I doubt they'd be nerfing them on beta realms because they're like bad. Fury Warrior, we could give Fury a go, boys. Whatever you guys want to see, man, just give me a class you want to see. Because I feel like just hopping in another dungeon. I'll go hang out with the boys while we're waiting. Get some bursts. Just see if they can get bursts down. Have these guys do a burst competition. Sub invite me when you get on. Sounds good. Yeah, maybe. Fury. Outshine massively. Sub. You guys want to see Sub? Okay, let's do it, boys. Let's do it. Yeah, let's go over that tier set. Try to see if we can make a playstyle work. I don't want to go for like a Sub Tauren. Dude, I should have made a Tauren. I just already have his rogue set up. If I could swap his race without having to like change my UI and key buttons and stuff, I would, man. But it's a hassle. Feral's they're pretty good right now. Feral's doing pretty good. Definitely don't have too many complaints about them. Alright, chat. I want to try experimenting with a Subtlety Rogue build. I want to go for a shadow build. I don't want to go heavy on like burst. I want to go for like as much sustainy-ish damage as possible. So experimenting with this thing. I don't really know if I need to go into Find Weakness, because I can get Find Weakness through other methods. Like, Improve Shuriken Storm. Like, Shuriken Storm could just give me Find Weakness. Getting Vanish, Shadow Dance, Stealth. Cause the next Shuriken Storm to have 100% crit chance of critical strike. I mean, that could be really good. That could be a really good opener. Shadow Blades, Backstab. Shadow Blade Techniques. Has a 5-second reduce cooldown. I mean, getting more use out of it is good. Magic damage. I want to go for that dot gameplay. I think I want to go deeper stratagem too. And I wanted to get Shadow Dance generate resources. because that could be really good. Yeah, I want to go Shuriken Tornado. That could be really good though. Let's do it. Deeper Daggers. I want to go Finality and Dark Brew. So poison, nature damage, all that stuff does more. So we gotta have a lot of poison damage output, nature bleed damage output too. And do I want to go Dark Shadow or like Preferred Veins? I kind of want to pick up maybe another ability. Yeah, maybe not. Let it trace. Shadow Dance gives me the damage buff. Let's try this. I want to try this. It's more like an AoE-ish focus build with resource generation, shorter cooldown on your symbols of death. So I should be a lot more aggressive more often. And I want to try to see if I can go into like a poison-ish heavy build. Sort of. Definitely want to go into like crit damage. And I don't necessarily need that much of sub. I want to try maybe going into a deeper stratagem with lethality, maybe Seal of Fate and Tasteful. Try that. Just to give it a go, because I don't necessarily need Shadow Dance. I don't necessarily need Find Weakness, because I get Find Weakness anyway. Like baseline, don't I? Or do I need Find Weakness? Susceptibility is a real flaw. When you strike Find Weakness for 10 seconds. Yeah, so I already get to Find Weakness passively, don't I? Okay, let's try this. Let's just try putting it together. Oh, I did need it. I could take points out of here and put them into Resounding Clarity, though. But I don't necessarily need it either. So the question is now, when I use Find Weakness, do I get full value off it or no? That's the only thing I really want to know. I did twice. Hey, how you doing? So Find Weakness, this has to be a passive for it, right? Because I need to know, like, do I need to upgrade Find Weakness or not? Because it says that Backstab as well as Circuit Storm can proc Find Weakness for 10 seconds. So gain Stealth, Find Weakness, baseline 30%. So I guess I increase it by 50% of enemy's armor by 10 seconds. So I don't necessarily need it then, do I? Does that increase the bypass? Can you actually go to 100% of the armor? That could be nutty. That could be kind of good. Let's try that. Need DPS? Yeah. Let's get you guys in here. Invite. Ahami Jeb. How you doing, my guy? Right, twice. Let's get ourselves the boys. What else are we missing, chat? What else are we missing? I think I'll just use this as an onion trinket. Do we have... Hold on, let me turn our war mode on real quick. What else are we missing? Do you want to join us? Heal, maybe? Or egg? Okay, it's toggled on. What's better for so far for a healer? Evoker or Monk? I love me some Monk, man. But Evoker seems really strong right now. I love me some Monk, though. It looks so good. It looks so good. My goodness. Or dungeons? You're doing 5-5s or dungeons? Or some dungeons? Last, you want to join me? I'm last silly. Oh, you're last. Oh, okay. For some reason, okay, I'm dumb. Yes, I am silly. All right. Wait, I got claim rewards? What the? Okay. All right, friend, queue us up. Queue us up for some dungeons then. I want to try this Subtlety Rogue build, man. I want to try this AoE bonanza here. So we got ourselves a more passive build with Dark Brew, where attacks deal nature and bleed damage to shadow damage instead. Shadow damage increased by 10%. We can maintain shadow damage by 16% for using finishers. We get deeper stratagem, or sicker stratagem, as well as deeper stratagem in order to get ourselves even more value and calm point finishers. We have our bleeds that could spread to nearby additional enemies and deal more damage. So like bleeding everybody up is not a bad idea. Black powder spam is not a bad idea. We got Shuriken Tornado for this playstyle as well. We got dances that we'll try to rotate through. Every time we activate dance, it activates 4 calm points, so we can go like AoE, finisher, dance finishers, so hopefully we can get really aggressive with it. We got a Symbols of Death that has a 5-second reduced cooldown, so it has a 25-second CD on it instead of 30. We're gonna try to use it as often as possible, as much as we can. Not as much into single target playstyle, but we do have Shadow Strikes to help us supplement it. Dance gives us 30% more damage. Big energy regen with Subtlety. Don't really know if we'll need it, but we'll have it. That's also mastery too, so I'll take it. And big crit value. So we'll see how this goes. I always wanted to try to see if maybe like a consistent damage build of Outlaw would work. You know? My gen is Gabi. You want to join us, man? Yeah, I'd like to join if you're inviting. Do you have a tank or a healer? Because I can get you in, my guy. What the? AJ, what? Huh? Yeah? Yo, Lath, can we unqueue us? Real quick, can we DQ us? And then we can pick up Keck in the group? Is that not normal? Yeah, so how do we invite? Gabi. I guess I'll just try to invite Gabi, yeah? Gabi. Here we go. It says Gabi's already in the group, so as soon as you're out, my guy, I can get you in. Oro's a grayed out, I can't join. Already requested. Oh. Oh, weird. Okay. Oh, that's you right here. Okay. Weird. Okay, try reloading and see if that works, man. I have no idea. Class tuning, Demon Hunter, Unholy Demon Hunters. Wait, more? What's happened to Demon Hunters? More tuning? Oh, that's not really tuning. They nerfed it a little bit. Okay. But they recently did enable that your pets actually gain mastery though, which is a pretty big buff. So nerfing's okay. Burst is getting nerfed. Okay. Clawing is getting buffed. I'm okay with that. Epidemic getting nerfed. Okay. Harbinger Doom. Oh, I like that because that works out for the Death Coil build. Hell yeah. An old pack getting nerfed a little bit. Okay. Shambler getting nerfed. Surprise. Mages of the Dead is also nerfed, but now it scales with mastery and morbidity, so it's okay. It looks like a nerf, but I think it's in the end going to be okay. Sigil Flame buff for vengeance. Sigil Flame buff for non-vengeance. And Ragefire nerfed a little bit. I'm okay with that. And there's just another one too here, chat. Tuning for hotfixes for Restitute too. Restitutes apparently got nerfed. Minus 15? Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, you cast it again to get... Oh, that's good. That's really good. So you get a innervate as 100% effective, so in a raid you can just pass it along. That's cool. Oh. I guess this maybe to account for that change. I don't really know. Paladin, 8%. Oh, abilities, core, passive, 8% less healing? Really? Imperial Ward... 30 armor, that could be good. Wait, 30% armor for a minute actually seems really, really good, chat. That's quite a bit of damage reduction. That could be kind of valuable. Holy Shock, nerfed. Judgment of Light, nerfed. Let it dawn. Come on, you guys are killing all the stuff that makes the melee pally thing work. Isn't a lot of them already healing good by 10? Okay. Iron Wire. Wait, does Garrote do more damage now? Is that what this is doing? Garrote Silence Multiplier 1? Was it like shorter duration? Weird. I don't even know what that means. Removed modifier. I have no idea. Alright. There's that. All the changes. Just pick what's fun to play in a pre-patch and see then. Yeah. It's definitely... Yeah, definitely look out for classes that are fun, man. In between Druid, Warrior, and Warlock tough, definitely give him a go during pre-patch. How's Feral looking? A lot better than it was, man. I think you may be surprised. If you played Feral in Shadowlands or in BFA, you will be surprised by this Feral in Dragonflight. This is like... I don't remember last time, and I've only played since like Cataclysm. I don't remember last time Feral felt this good. So maybe like Wrath, GBC, Vanilla Feral was really, really good in feeling like playstyle. But like this Feral I think is better than like the last few iterations of Feral. I like it a lot. Beta, they're all fun. Dude, the Feral's really, really good. Really, really good. Class changes? Nice. Yeah, there's some. It's mostly hotfixes, so nothing like a blue post, but like Wowhead is able to data mine a lot of them. Paladin Gimpy. I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that means. Depends if you mean like they're bad. I won't say they were bad. Nerfed? I won't say they're nerfed really either. Like, I don't know. Is there which UI is using? It looks really nice. So I'm using the basic UI. I don't have any add-ons for UI stuff. So this is just a setup that I have called because it's just so annoying just having to reset it up again. I just keep it a profile and I have my always there. I do need to adjust it a little bit though. This is really a larger frame and be like up here-ish. That's what my UI looks like. All my abilities and stuff. Yeah. So if you want to try to like copy it, what I'll do, chat, is I will probably construct this similar UI when I'm playing a Dragonflight, and I'll probably have all my UI links because you can like, I can like, what is it, import or share this build, this setup with you guys. So I'll probably have links for stuff like that in Discord once Dragonflight official launches in pre-patch. Huh? You look like you were spiritual for a second. Looked like you were like undead. I was gonna say for a second, like, are you yoinking me from the spirit world? Trying to bring me over? Hopefully we got a dungeon with a lot of mobs, man. I want to go big AoE here. I thought I'd taken some in the nerfs, which was meaning. I thought I saw they had taken, yeah, Holy Paladin did say some nerfs, yeah, recently. Doesn't seem like it's super like crazy, but I usually underestimate and overestimate a lot of the WoW head damage adjustments. Like when Blizzard has it down to like 20%, 40%, all that stuff, it ends up being a little bit more like easier to read than like Wowhead doing like the scaling and math off of abilities, because the numbers end up being just a little bit usually wacky. Some specs like you'll have like a big spell power change, but in reality it's like a 20% decrease or like a 10% decrease. And the others do like have a very minor spell power coefficient adjustment, and it's like a 80% damage loss, and it's like it swings, man. I've never really been great at understanding like the math behind the abilities and how they scale off of each other within the WoW numbers. So that's how when Blizzard release like, hey, this ability does 20% more damage, gives me a better idea. But I usually like to like go to class discords and find out, hey, how much of a changes that, or I like to talk to guildies, and because some of them are a lot better with the numbers and understanding that whole the under the hood stuff than me. By the way, Sigil Flame Fury Gen, it's kind of insane. It is really good though, man. Yes, it is really, really good. I think it may be part of that playstyle too. Like you may be using it to get cooldown reduction and use it to maintain mana. Yeah, I thought about it before. It seems kind of good. Damage-wise, it's always been behind, so it's good to get some damage buffs. Beta and on SSD, sorry for slow loading. All good, don't gotta apologize for my guy. It's beta, we're just chilling, hanging out with the boys, having a good time. Wowheads are mostly auto-generated. The blue post is much easier to read. Yes, yeah, I agree with you on that. But some people can read that Wowhead version easily. Like some people, some friends that know that actually can read that Wowhead so easily, man. Like they'll look at it once and they're good. They know what's going on. I've never been able to do that. Okay, cool. I was gonna try to find my numbers where everything was. Good. I was having a struggle finding it. I gotta make sure everything is ruptured too. Because rupture can just spread to everybody, which is so nice, man. So good. I want to go for like really big pull. I really just like this place specifically. Do I have cooldown reduction on the Oh, I never picked up the Dipping in Shadows. I feel like I probably should pick up Dipping in Shadows, shouldn't I? Yeah, we'll take away a little bit of crit here. Crit isn't super important. Just to make sure we get a full cooldown reduction, because I'm like, wow, this Shadow Dance lasting forever. Try to see if maybe that AoE damage will be enough. God, I'm just gonna blast it out by everything. I'll try to see if I can get over to these guys real quickly. I do like being able to just like hit him with a hit him with a rupture and just have both of them just get hit by rupture. I do appreciate that a lot. God, this is also really, really good to play into. My goodness, chat. This actually feels kind of good. I feel like I have a lot more like output outside of cooldowns now, sub. Look at that rupture, man. We are a bleed monster now. The rupture actually does quite a consistent amount of damage, surprisingly. Because I've noticed like it was doing really, really good damage in like solo queue. Surprising amount of damage in solo queue. I'm like, wait, sub actually has like dot pressure? Let's go. You know what I mean? It's been so long. And something like that was like a proper like mechanic for them. Make sure I get a couple more dotted. And it's smart dot too, so it's like it's not gonna screw me over either. I want to make sure I'm just not a melee of these guys. Look at that damage, chat. Look at sub-rogue damage. Like, this spec can actually do damage and... Oh, that feels so good, just being able to go for Shadow Dance. Or Step, or Vanish, rather. Oh my god, this feels so good. Woo, okay. This thing doesn't work. That trinket did a lot of damage, though, let's be honest. Shurikenado, dude, is so good. The fact that you can combine Shurikenado with Secret Technique, though, I gotta do that. I gotta play with that too. I gotta give that a proper go at some point. Now, chat, there is a good chance that this spec of sub isn't gonna come out exactly as you see here on stream. There's a good chance things are probably gonna change and things are gonna get adjusted. So just keep that in mind, yeah? Just keep that in mind. This could potentially be like the final product of sub, but not a guarantee. Take down the totem because these things are super annoying. I don't even know if I really need Tasteful chat. I don't even think I use it that much. But it is nice having Tasteful whenever you need it. It is so good. I do have poisons, right? Actually, I'm missing poisons. I'm stupid, chat. Don't listen to me. When I make a guide over in Dragonflight about how to play Subtlety Rogue, they'll be like, Dalaran, you forgot poisons that one time in the beta. Please. Don't. I'll go to a real rogue player for a real guide. Thank you very much, though. Thanks for wasting my time. Also, we got cloak. I thought I killed the totem. I'm so sorry. I dotted up, so I was thinking maybe that was going to be the play. That was the whole time without poisons, man. Missing like 5% of my damage or something like that. And I really want to go big AoE, man, but these mobs just don't make it easy. Really don't make it easy. Because they're all spread up so far away. There's no real way to like... There's no line of sight either to like go around the bend and just kind of chill back there. Until they all group up. That's the worst. Like maybe it's possible to get a couple of interrupts here. But they're just so... cast heavy. Like I'll kick that guy, but that's really about all we can do. Look at them. So honestly, I'm considering... on Sin, I'm honestly considering not even taking a capstone because there's energy. I don't need energy instead of talents. Yeah, I think that's actually an interesting way of putting it. You may not even need to take the capstone in order to get more energy. You could always just go into like more value and damage. You know, pick up more points into the crit or pick up more points into the Soothing Darkness and pick up improved ambush and go into like ambush build or something. Or just pick up utilitarian stuff up here if you want to. It may not be a bad idea, yeah. I think that's what's really cool is like there would probably going to be a lot of builds. I know that, you know, normally in talent builds, you're incentivized heavily to go into those capstones because those generally tend to be like these stronger playstyle options for you. For all the different specs in the game. But like, you don't necessarily have to either. Technically you don't have to. Technically it's possible to play around it in such a way where you don't need it. Gotta love the smoothness of the spec, man. With shadow steps, just being able to get around. You're like everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I really love that about it. Double dances, dude. Double shadowed step in particular feels exceptionally good to play. My god. And I don't get that as owl. I get only one, maybe. Inner general rogue tree. Yeah. General rogue tree. I guess there is a lot of like stuff that really benefits your damage like down here, but up here is mostly utilitarian stuff. So I guess maybe like Echo and Reprimand, going for damage there. Maybe pick it up crit, pick it up Seal of Fate. Grab a deeper strat, maybe going for improved ambush. But that's only if you have like an ambush build. What is that trinket? So the trinket we picked up is actually a mythic trinket from the first boss. We got during raid testing. It's called Decoration of the Flame. It sends out a flame outwards and a flame backwards and gives you a shield. So like when using it on these mobs right here. Oh yeah, there's like a wall here with these mobs. It's super annoying. Okay, well we gotta get them all up here. Okay, so I'm gonna use the trinket here. So it's gonna do a little bit of AoE damage, and then enemies are on the way back also take damage right afterwards. That's what that trinket does. Oh, these things actually run away in fear? I didn't realize they'd start running. Wow, yeah, it does a lot of damage. It's pretty strong, yeah, to say the least. Fog, yeah. I think it may be like a really, really good Mythic Plus trinket. Because it has a shield. It's very similar to like the Scale from DOS, the first boss, Hakar. If you remember that one. Like for a little bit of time, people were actually using that Scale as a DPS class. To like try to get themselves a little bit more damage, but also survivability at the same time. End up working pretty well there. Do I want to be AoEing for this? I guess I do, yeah. Oh god. Okay, well, now they're back together, then I guess I could just do this. He's just gonna keep raging? I think he is. Like he's just permanent mechanic for him. Okay, that's new. So I guess when they get to 50%, they start doing their mechanics. They want to focus one or the other. They're very basically it's like a Theater of Pain boss. Remember that first boss of Theater of Pain? When they get to 50%, they get extra mechanics and stuff. That's the one. Look at that rupture damage, man. I wonder they keep nerfing this class, but I think maybe that's why it just kind of does decent, consistent-ish damage. That's like a Mateer said too. I don't even know what Mateer said does actually. If Visitor and Black Powder increase the damage of in critical strike of an eggs, backstab, shadow strike, and shuriken stab with 2% per comp point spend. Oh, that seems really good. Wow, that seems really good, chat. I don't want to try to see if I can dot him up real quick. And then keep going back to AoE. I wonder how good Subtlety is going to be on like funnel damage. Because imagine it still has all the tools to make it work. Yeah. So 10% more damage to Shuriken Storm? That's really good actually. That's very consistent. Looking forward to that Shuriken Keys? Yeah. First boss of the new raid. If you can get that one on a Mythic, then you'll be ahead of the competition. Unless they change it, because it could nerf the trinket, right? It is beta, so nothing is really like final here. Oh, that's weird actually. So I actually have to backstab in order to maintain Find Weakness, because it doesn't proc from stealth abilities. That is weird, but it's very, very different with this spec. I didn't realize it would be like that. That kind of works out, I guess. Alright, kind of do okay, chat. Didn't do as well that time around, but that's Froststorm's Fury. That is quite a bit of damage, actually. And Remorse Winter, are you playing like a dual wield build or a two-hander? You're dual wield. Hell yeah. What is it currently messing what is this is what I'm currently messing around with? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. We got a evasion. Just gotta hope for the best here. As AJ just popping off. Yeah, this spec feels pretty good. I'm surprised how much sustained damage and the consistency outside of cooldowns this spec has, honestly, chat. Subtlety feels really good to play. The fact that I can just get Find Weakness on everything immediately, by the way, is insane. I am in love with that mechanic specifically. Like 100% guaranteed crit. It's so good. Imagine this together with the current axe trinket, or yeah, the axe bow from Zymox trinket. 100% guaranteed crit, bleed on everything. Oh, consistency for days. That's so good. Yo, by the way, Breath of the Ghost are popping off and doing work, man. Bait Mob Limb. I'm actually have to like try there. Oh no. Let's just figure out all the builds now. Oh no, Lav, come on, man. I'm trying to do some damage too. You said damage for the rest of us, yeah? This song's great. I'm glad you like it. That's a good one. All my CDs. It's really good. I feel like that's the difference between our builds right now, though. I'm like a non-CD focused rogue. I got like sustained damage, but not like a bunch of like big bursts of CDs. Everything else is kind of just like, just chill dim. Otherwise, it's doo-doo. I don't know, man. I feel like our damage has been pretty good so far. Alright, this boss is gonna be like... I want to try to see if I can just do like... Do I want to do a single target on the boss, or... I don't know. Let's do a little bit of cleave. Kind of like funneling off of the boss, or off of the ads. Yeah, I don't even think I really need that much of a Tasteful, honestly. Unless I go for like a 0 energy build or something. That could probably work. Where'd you guys come from? Okay, that works out. Oh my god, this trinket. Okay, this trinket is a little too much. I think it's carrying my damage, man. It has to be. It's gotta be, man. It's a little much. Why you did that? What's going on? Hey man, enjoying the most about Dragonflight. What do you not like? So far, I'm enjoying the class changes. I am liking the fact there's so much more depth in our classes. I like the fact that we don't have power systems. And I've enjoyed the fact that I've been listening to a lot of community feedback. Like, there was this bug that allowed you to put weapon enchants on your weapons. And it wasn't like a feature that Blizzard like intended to push into the beta build. It just ended up being kind of like a bugged interaction. But players liked it so much, they liked the idea of being able to put enchants on your artifact weapons, that they were like, you know what, okay, we'll bring that as a feature. You guys seem to like that one. Alright, we'll do it. And I really like that. They've been doing a lot of like community feedback, like listening to the community, and like responding to a lot of the feedback, and even making changes based on what community wants. So that's been really good to see. I've also been enjoying like the a lot of the tier sets too. I've been liking how they are like they're adding extra to the mechanics and gameplay, but they're not really trying to force you to play into specific builds. I also like the environments of Dragonflight. Dragon riding is insane, and the Dracthyr is a class I found surprisingly fun. I didn't realize I was going to enjoy them as much as I did. Honestly, thought like, okay, it's another class, big whoop. But then I was like, you know what, I'll give him a solid try. I don't want to make it like Demon Hunter, because Demon Hunter mostly just written off like, okay, I'm probably not going to like that thing. I was so committed to playing Rogue and Legion, I was like, you know what, I'm probably not even going to mess around with Demon Hunter that much. And I missed out on an extremely fun class. And I just don't want to do the same thing again. And so I've been enjoying a lot of the Evoker. It's been awesome to play with. It's a really, really cool class. They've added some really cool stuff without... What's the best part about it is they added new mechanics without, like... You know how Demon Hunter stole the metamorphosis out of Warlocks and made a class around it? Well, Evokers didn't do that. You would imagine it would take, like, evocation from Arcane Mages and make a playstyle around that. They didn't. They just made their own unique thing. So I really, really like it. Been really happy to play with that. I gotta get a backstab in there. Find weakness? Please, find weakness? Dude, I need to get a find weakness proc before I go on my dances. That's what I need to do. Run! Oh! Big movement speed! Wait, I'm inside. Help me. Thank you, boys. Oh, this would be so good for sub and funnel. Yeah, if you maintain that as a sub rogue, and you went for like a full single target build in this fight in particular, oh, that'd be so good for funnel. That would have been incredible. Hell yeah, dude. Sub feels so good right now. Amazing. Also, I love the crafting changes. I'm a big fan of that. Oh, did I also mention, I love how there's no bar powers. Also, I love how there's no bar powers. Also, I am so glad they didn't do any bar powers. I'm so sick and tired of them. Honestly, the best change ever. Oh, change your talents anytime you want to, by the way. That's sweet. I really, really love that. Big, are we going big? We're going the big, biggie, big. Okay, well, as much AoE as I can do it, I'm gonna be behind Lath over here. If I had my trinket, maybe I could have done something. Hey, get out of here. Let me get these guys started. I need my pad. I need my pad. Where's my pad at? Why is he still alive? Okay, Lath is over there finishing that guy off. I'm gonna go over there and help you. Oh, you abandoned him? You abandoned your post as I came in. Oh yeah, Death Knight. Death Knight doing Death Knight things. Gonna check to see if the solo shuffle achievements are added. I can, yeah. Is there solo shuffle achievements? I guess it'll be player versus player. Arena. Solo. There's Soul Survivor, take him out, flawless victory. No, I don't think there is, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be. So I think the way Solo Shuffle will work, like 1800 achievements and stuff, like rating achievements, all apply in Solo Shuffle. I think. I could be wrong though. But I'm pretty sure all these are supposed to apply in the Solo Shuffle. Like 1800, 2400, all those things. It's not like 2400 Solo Shuffle, it's just 2400. Because it's just a rated mode for WoW. Just in a different format. But is there specific achievements for it? I didn't see any, no. Well, let's say I do PvP. We do arenas. Like all these 1500, you should be able to achieve that in Solo Shuffle. Oh, wait, no. When it's rounds of Solo Shuffle, compete in so many rounds of Solo Shuffle. 2 of us, 3 of us. Okay, then you need to add in those for like Solo Shuffle then, I guess. That's what you mean, yeah? Yeah, hopefully they'll add it. Hopefully we'll see them in the future, because that'd be great. Especially when Solo Shuffle, it'll be like a real mode. It's a must-have. Instead of 1800? 1900 play instead of 1800? I guess so, yeah. That's true, that's true. Is Rogue looking good? Damage-wise, I mean. So damage numbers are not finalized, so it's not a good idea to, like, look at the current damage performance. Although Rogue do have a good performance right now, yes. If that's what you're wondering. Like, if Rogue right now doing good, yes. Is it gonna do good all the time? No guarantee. Zero guarantee at all. It always could be possible the Rogue gets, like, undertuned later. But hopefully not. But so far it's been incredibly fun. Oh, okay, I can phantomize that thing. That's super lame. That is actually extremely lame. I really dislike that. So the addons boss a lot more mechanics now. That's gonna be interesting in M+. I can't wait until this place is in M+. I guess it's gonna be really fun. This is like a little bit of a claustrophobic room, which is an interesting playstyle. I don't know how many people are gonna like the claustrophobia feel, but it may be okay. Look at the dot damage, man. We are a damage over time class. The Viscerats are doing work too. They're doing quite a bit of damage. Backstab, shadow strikes, all that stuff is doing work. Yeah, my trinket is doing a lot of damage too. I'm in combat re. Yeah, this place does have a lot of like something catches you in combat and you're just kind of stuck there. I want to try Windwalker at some point. Yeah, go for it. They're really, really fun. There's a lot more depth and complexity and I love it. Not too much, but like enough to make them very, very interesting to play. I think what makes it interesting for me is the fact that Black Kick can cleave now. So it ends up becoming really interesting in AoE with cooldown reduction on top of it. Can't loot it. If you're in combat, you won't be able to loot it. Yeah, I have the chest now. Yeah. And also there's a jab builds up more stacks of Black Kicks, so you can have multiple Black Kicks fire off at once. Again, cooldown reduction with the cleave mechanic could be very, very interesting altogether, all things considered. I think it's really, really interesting. Why are there so many bodies here? It's gotta be worthless, right? That or people are dying and they're rezzing and there's like one shots that are just killing them. Or people are just locking off. Why are there so many bodies out here? It looks like a war zone. Jesus Christ. Give it like a 100% to some worthless, dude. Just squishing these boys. Just causing them to log off, man. Does be a lot of bodies. I see the screenshots of him just like hovering over people menacingly. Do I feel broski? Yeah, thanks so much, coming by, AJ. Appreciate you, man. Hope you. What'd you think of Evoker? You like it? You like the changes so far? You like the way it plays, or like, how you feeling about it, man? Is it potential main, potential alt? That's funny about Evoker, for sure, for sure. Ah, man. I love the fire AoE build. It's a lot more fun. Yeah, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. If you wanna mess around with some builds, I got a build that I could give you next time you're around. The playstyle is like, you're not really super fire or super like frost heavy. You kind of do a little bit of both, but it's like very cooldown reduction heavy. So like it plays into the tier set really well, and you get to use empowerment abilities a lot more often. But it's really, really fun. I'm glad. Second between Warrior or a Death Knight. Last time I played, I'm in Prop Paladin and BFA. Dude, Prop Paladin in BFA? Yo, if you come back on that Prop Paladin, they're not going to be quite as damage heavy as Prop Paladin and BFA, but man, you are a bulwark. You are a tank and a half. Like, I know you're tank spec, but like, damn, you're just durable. And you also do quite a lot of damage to him. I think you'll like him a lot, man. There's quite a lot of damage up abilities, but if you do Death Knight too, I think you'll like Unholy. I like Unholy a lot. Unless you don't like pets, then you're not gonna like Unholy. Then there's Frost. That's very, very straightforward. Then we got Blood. I like Blood. I like Blood. I like Blood a lot, dude. Blood's really fun. You got like a Bone Shield build, you got a Vamp build, you got Dodds build, you got Combat builds, you got Runic Power thing became pretty big in Shadowlands, where you basically want to maintain it often. It's good defensive and offensive ability, and you kind of have a lot of those mechanics that you'll be able to do again in Dragonflight. Not like permanently have a runic weapon floating next to you, parrying you. What do you think of the new Mog now? Who's? Addons or me? Oh. I like it a lot. It looks really, really good. Is it changed any? Oh, there's no more that, there's no vial. Yeah, it looks great. I think it looks really good. That looks awesome. That's what I think is going to be interesting with Evoker, finding ways to make those armor and color palettes and shoulders and pieces fit. I do wonder if they'll ever go back and they'll give them like, I like it. Is it for second Evoker? I like it a lot, yeah. I like it. I do wonder if they'll ever go back and they'll be like, you know what, we'll add full transmonks to these guys. You know what I mean? Like, did they ever bring Evokers to like rogues or warriors or mages? I'm hoping they do less of like that armor matters, right? And like let you transmog that armor properly. And maybe make it a choice for like the Evoker, Dracthyr Evoker, whether they could do that, or like whether they want to go with the armor for transmog, or take it off so then you could actually have mogs applied to them properly. What class are you gonna play today? So far we played some Rogue. I want to play some Fury Warrior at some point too. I'm just kind of playing whatever chat wants to see, man. What do we play today, chat? We played some Disc Priest. We played some, which I kind of still, I still like Disc Priest. I still like it, man. Oh my god, it's so good. I like it a lot. What else is there, chat? What was I gonna play earlier? Shaman. Yo, Shaman is really fun. I like that one a lot. Mess around with the hands, it's really fun, yeah. Dude, in the class of Shaman in general is very, very fun. I love their class tree. It's really, really good. It's very effective. Just stop worrying about the need to stop worrying about being able to omog old stuff to take forward the Evoker, etc. I do, yeah, I am glad they're still trying new things that experiment with it. There's a lot of people that were like, hey, I want to be able to like get a full mod from my Evoker, and there's a Visage form, which I guess you can have a mod there. But like, I like a lot of the customizations they added for Evoker. They were like, okay, our goal is to, you're a dragon, you're mostly going to be in dragon form, similar to like a feral druid, right? Your armor doesn't really show up on you, but we'll give you a ton of ways to customize your dragon, the way that you look, all that stuff, all these armors, all these color palettes, all these different like armor bits that you can add, and you can generate like belts and shoulders to match that mog. So at least I'm glad they're like, you know, they have a vision of what Evoker wants to be, and they're like, okay, well, we're gonna try this vision. There are some things that they listened to the community on, they went back and they sided with the community, but there also are some things that's like visually, thematically, that's what they imagine Evoker to be, and they want to run with that idea, see if it works. And I'm totally okay with them trying new stuff. I think the devs should be creative. They should try new things. I think there's got to be again, like we said it the other day actually, chat. There's got to be a mix of like listen to feedback and making adjustments. But then somebody in chat said there's got to be moments where you gotta go with your own idea, do the creative thing, try something different, try something new. So yeah, I'm hoping it will work out, but there's always opportunity for them like in the future to adjust it and maybe like allow for transmogs if like it doesn't work out. There's always opportunity for them to like make it a goal for like a 0.5 patch or something. Hey, transmogs are brought back in. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we tried it, it worked out, but yeah, we agree. This should be able to be mogged. Here should be able to like mog whatever. It's gonna be cool. Practice fun with the damage I was doing. It felt like my old gladiator. It's not quite glass stance, but definitely it could do. Where's Bonebreaker at? Where's my man Bonebreaker at? I need that man to come down and just hit me with a door. Real quick, just run me over like a freight train, because that guy figured out something cheesy about Prot Warrior, where you can just go like a shield charge, shield slam, one-shot spear build. It is really, really good. So you will be able to do some cheesy stuff like that as long as they keep it well tuned. What's this? As long as they keep it tuned into the release, but we'll see. Try Windfear Enhanced build. I haven't played Windfear Enhanced build in a while. We could maybe give it a go, chat. Monk, what do you guys want to see, man? Let's get some gameplay out here. I'll need an invite in a second, boys. Give me a second. Chat, what would you guys want to see? We got Monk, we got Enhancement, we got the Fury Warrior. I've been wanting to play Fury Warrior and try Smite's build for a while. Smite, a guildie of mine, has a fatty build, man. YouTube is on crack. Yeah, sorry, chat, if like when someone mentions, chat, if you're mentioning me, by the way, at Dalaran and you type stuff, apparently YouTube isn't working well. So just if you guys are trying to tag me, sometimes it doesn't work out. How can I play beta? You gotta either get invited by Blizz at random, sign up for beta to get a chance to get in, or win one of the raffles. That's all. That's the only way you could really get in. But hey, pre-patches of this coming in this next reset, Axel. So at least you'll be able to get access to play the pre-patch version, which is going to have a good portion of what we are playing on the beta, minus the end game stuff. Wind, Monk, Windwalker Monk, Warrior for sure, Fury, Enhanced, Fury, please. Yes, I see what you mean, Craig. I see what you mean. It just gives a smiley face. I have no idea. Yeah. Since you're on the Rogue at the moment, Sin. We actually played a sub. Sin was yesterday, William, but it's really, really good. We played sub, but it was popping off. I got a really fatty trinket to make it work, though. I get made into Shadowlands all the time, but then I get lucky. That's unfortunate, James. Yeah. I guess it's like the funny response would have been like, oh, just be a streamer. It feels like every streamer and content creator gets in. Although that's not... that's true until you find like a friend that's been streaming forever, a big content creator and like small timer, and they're like, man, I've been doing this thing for a while. I never get into these things. Never get into these things. Alright, gaming. Is that what you're trying to do, Kren? Double ads? I saw double those. Let's see Windwalker Monk. So what are we doing, man? Windwalker, Fury, Windwalker, Enhancement. I'm seeing Walker, Monk. I'm seeing quite a bit of Monk. Let's do Monk. We always have time to play some Enhance. Maybe we'll do Enhance after this one if I have the time though. Wrath keeps clashing. Oh no, I think it's a realm issue. Oh really? Wrath is going through issues. Speaking about Wrath, me and Cranksy got our level. Jake! Are you in chat? Where's my man Jake at? He's the Wrath guy. Where's Jake? Where's Jake? Windwalker, right? By the way, look at the background, chat. They changed it. It looks so good. Ooh. J Temple. This looks really cool too. I love that they added an orc, man. You know, there's an item, there's a panda, there's an orc. Oh, it looks good. Now, when I play Windwalker, what kind of a build should I try, chat? Because a couple of different builds I can give it a go to. I'm here. Yo, is playing, Jake, real quick. Playing into... I want to say about that. Is it worth running around collecting all the pumpkins from every single inn for XP? Is it actually worth like the time? Or is it better just to like spend more time actually like questing and leveling and stuff? Because me and Karen were thinking originally doing the pumpkin crawl. But I'm not sure like if it's worth the XP or not. In your opinion, would you say it's worth the time or not? That's what I was looking for the whole time. Summon Rising Sun Kick. I can do Rising Sun Kick. You know what? I really want to do a Thunder Fist. I want to do Rising Sun Kick damage. We'll do a little bit of AoE too. What if we just do like blackout kicks mostly? I think it's only worth if you're near it. Otherwise, you go quest, I think. Maybe at 79, you got nothing better to do with your time. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Like when you're on the last level, you're like, all right, I'm just going to want to do something really easy for that final level. Yeah, that's not a terrible idea. That, or let's say if you're watching Netflix on the side, I imagine, yeah? Just chilling. Not really paying attention. Just kind of going from flight path to flight path, in from in. Okay. Growing horde of draconic delicacies. Can I like add a bunch of fish in there? Fillet of fangs. Baked fish sticks. Timely demise. Is that an actual like food here? Timely demise? Yeah. I could probably add a bunch of those in there. Oh, that could just finish it. Wait, food. Wait, how big is this cauldron then? Horde of draconic delicacies. Is that gonna be like a raid food thing where they just that's there permanently while you're in the boss room? I could see that because there's just a ton of food in there. All baked. Some form of a full single target build. Yeah, let's try to see if we can put them together. Like a full single target focus build. So I think we could either go into a Fist of Fury build, which I think does a lot of AoE. We could always go into like single target Rising Sun Kick stuff, which is what I have here. I'm thinking maybe I do like a mix of Fist of Fury, Rising Sun Kick stuff. Oh, a lot of these icons are different now too. Like that flashing fist was a Fist of Fury. That was a Fist of Fury. That's a little different now. I don't think Phalanx Harmony really benefits like anything single target does it. It's like a little bit of cleavy from a fist kick side of things. Is it true Shaolin's common abilities and talents? Some yes. Like Night Fae, Phalanx Stomp, as well as Bone Dust Broom. Not all of them though. Not every spec got their covenant abilities as talents. Like for example, Death Knight did get the Grippy Hand for all 3 specs. But we did also have, what, Paladins? Paladins got, I think, their carrying ability as Red, Prot, and Holy. But then there's like, I'm trying to look for a class that didn't get any. Shaman? Oh, Shamans did get their Primordial Wave as a spec thing. What spec didn't really get one? There's one that I can't really, I mean, I think Evoker doesn't count. Demon Hunter got theirs. Druid has theirs. It was a Shadow Priest that doesn't have theirs. No, he does. Actually, Mind Games. Yeah, but that's really about it. Yeah, so some of those abilities that were like impactful, the abilities that defined the playstyles and the specs, they gave them some sort of like that broadened their playstyle, that broadened their horizon in terms of how they play. Those got added. But not all of them though. Not all of them got added, but a lot of the ones that were game defining, game changing did get added. Ooh, Death Strike. Cleave multiple targets. I kind of want to do that. So how do I adjust this build a little bit? So I want to go definitely into that Rising Sun Kick thing. I like this right here. Spinning Crane Kick radius. I think it's way too good not to grab. Mark of the Crane. Thunder Fist. Big Blackout Kicks. I want to go into the Touch of Death playstyle. Blackout Kick stuff. Fist of Fury, Flying Serpent Kick to get a Storm Earth and Fire. I really want to go into like that AoE Cleaver playstyle. Jab maybe? Tiger Palm? Or I could call it Jab, but it's actually a Tiger Palm. I hope I don't confuse nobody with that one. Jade Ignition, it's kind of nice. Spiritual Focus for cooldown reduction. That, or I could maybe go for Transfer of Power. I'm thinking Spiritual Focus. Yeah, that's a decent-ish build. It doesn't really go super deep down below. It picks up a lot of the abilities up above. But I don't think I really need a lot of those abilities further down below, do I? We got Zuen, we got resets on those. Power Tiger Lightning. It's Probably better to go in power attack or lightning, isn't it though? Because we got at least like Zoan cooldown reduction. Touch of death that can cleave multiple targets. Yeah, that could work out okay. Okay. I'm ready. If you guys want to pass me later, just kind of chill. Or jab the glory days of monk. That's what I call it, jab all the time, man. I feel like I'll never stop calling it jab. It's just so ingrained into my mind at this point. It's jab, and that's how I view it. That's all we've seen it as jab is jab. You know? So it's really difficult for me to like adjust and not go into jabs. Oh yeah, I also need single target too, don't I? Yeah, let me do one of these. Go into cooldown. I don't have like a normal trinket here for damage. Now I do. Cool. Now I gotta go here. And then I gotta pick up some weapons. Do I have weapons? I don't. Oh. I think I'm just gonna take a staff. I'm like not enchanting or anything like that, so I think I'll be okay. Although I think double enchant's probably gonna be better than a single staff, but it'll work out fine. Tiger jab seems right. Yeah, tiger palm could be changed to tiger jab, honestly. I think it'd be alright. I don't know, maybe jab. I like jab, man. It's just like you hit him with a quick, just a quick one. But I guess tiger palm is. I remember when tiger palm used to cost 1 sheem and used to let you bypass a portion of enemy's armor. I remember those days. I remember like the early days. I think it was like Mr. Pandaria and then they removed it afterwards, didn't they? Or maybe it was removed during Mr. Pandaria. Because it used to be you build chi, you hit tiger palm, and then now you can bypass a portion of the. Either you get a buff where you bypass the enemy's armor, or you put a debuff on the enemies similar to a find weakness where you bypass a portion of the armor. Remember how jab used to change the icon? Yes, it did. It had a fist, it had an axe, it had a staff, it had like a sword. Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember it. And then you could get a, so jab would usually use your weapon, right? It would use like your weapon in order to get the damage in because the ability was slightly modified. But you could get a glyph to make sure you're always unarmed when you jab in. And I think an unarmed version was better because jab, technically monks weren't really like super weapon heavy. Like if you disarmed them, it wasn't really a big issue. But I think you went the glyph in PvP. So if you did get disarmed, you always could jab. Because otherwise you have a weapon, your jab changes, but then you get disarmed. I don't think it lets you jab. So I think monks used to be able to bypass it just to run the glyph. That, or that's what I was told. And that was wrong. And I was just fooled. And I just believed that all my life until today. One of those two. April Fool's next joke for Monk, Tiger Palm is replace it with jabbering instead of attack and start yelling gibberish. I'll be okay with that. Yeah. Jabbering, yammering, all the good stuff, you know? So hopefully we'll get a new build, man. Raid testing tomorrow too. I don't know if I'll be able to raid test, but we'll definitely do some PvP. I'm excited for PvP, man. Oh my god, the one-shots this week are gonna be insane. Oh no, we're gonna break the game, aren't we, chat? Chat, tomorrow I'm gonna hope that everybody will agree to like, okay, we'll have some fun with one-shots, but then everybody will simultaneously decide, okay, let's tone it back, bring it back to normal, do some cheesy stuff for the fun of it, and then like have some real duels. Do you remember the spinning fire blossom? Yes, you used to be able to send it out and it would like, go on the ground and people would walk over and like did fire or something. Or Rucha. One of those two. I do remember those. I remember they would used to send out those things in all directions to find rogues and stealth. I don't remember exactly how it worked. I just, because I was so new to the game, I just remember like that's how they found rogues. Just set about different directions as a rogue, you like backed up, you waited for them to do the thing, and then you could maybe like approach and get a cheap shot on them. But then you mostly just backed up. I just remember like sitting in the corner like, oh please don't hit my way. Please. Okay, he's done. Alright, now I go for a cheap shot. Spin a fire blossom. It used to be a weird ability to just send like a red fiery flower forwards. And I think, yeah. Yes, it would root. So, okay. So I was pretty sure like it either did fire damage or it rooted. One of those two. So I guess it was right about that one. Good AF rooted further than 15 yards. Oh, so it traveled and if it further than 15 rooted. Oh, that's an interesting ability. Yeah. Dude, how did it go from those abilities to like Storm Earth and Fire? Man, they probably should have kept those abilities because those work. Like Storm Earth and Fire has been buggy for so many expansions, man. I mean, the Monolith's got to fix it. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, they used to make like so many cool, interesting abilities with all these interactions, and then Storm Earth and Fire has been like causing all problems of the entire development of Shadowlands. It's actually kind of crazy. But yeah, that's an old ability, man. There's a lot that I miss about Monk. I really do hope that maybe one day they can explore walking away from Storm, Earth, and Fire and going back to the Tiger's Eye Brew build. The problem with Tiger's Eye Brew, it has a bit of like a ramp up to it, but apparently like it was so good that like a Monk that was really good at playing Monk was able to like maximize its value and like basically like dominating in all situations. You permanently good damage as long as you were really good at like rotating your chi or something along those lines. I think they removed it because it was like way too good at scaling and they wanted something that's more controllable, so they just give it a cooldown. Frostfire, what it's called? Fire Orb was a cool ability. Frostfire Orb back in like Cataclysm, I think is when they had it, right? Or maybe that was still in Miss Pandaria. But yeah, I do remember that. It's like an orb that would just like shoot lasers at people. Tiger's Eye Brew, I forget about that. Yeah, I mean, they still kind of have Tiger's Eye Brew in PvP talents, but it's definitely not the same version. Up to 10 seconds to Tiger's Eye Brew to empower your physical abilities with wind for 2 seconds per stack consumed. Damage and strikes to reduce, but bypass armor, which I guess could be good against plate classes. For each chi you consume, you gain a stack of Tiger's Eye Brew. So more or less, the original Tiger's Eye Brew functioned very similar to the PvP talent, but I think it just increased your damage and healing. Spin and Fire Blossom, not really, no. Spin and Fire Blossom, I don't remember. I'm gonna guess it's like a Spin and Crane Kick and Fire Blossom put together, maybe? No, I don't remember that one. Alright, chat. So we got ourselves Strike of the Windlord, which we want to make sure that Storm, Earth, and Fire can benefit from. Looks like Storm, Earth, and Fire can benefit from it. And we'll have Thunder Fist, so we'll be able to hopefully get a bunch of AoE out. I'm hoping to dominate an AoE here, man. We're gonna go for Blackout Kicks, which do 17,000 damage. Versus Spin and Crank, that do 10,000 damage. I think a Blackout Kick of 2 targets, because I do cleave with it. Or 2 additional targets. Oh. 14,000. Try to see if we can go for like a bunch of Zuens. CC'd. Oh, that would have been good too. No, I'm dead. Wait, can we get something low enough? Touch of Death? Maybe? I was hoping.
I'm out of range.
Can I get something low enough and then touch Death it real quickly? Oh, that is so good. Yo, touch of Death is great. Yeah, that's what I like to see, boys. Look at that. You just cleave to everything nearby. Oh, that is strong. Oh, that's cool. That didn't work for like so many builds, man. Touch of Death just didn't work. Either it didn't want to work or it just couldn't work. One or the other. Oh, I really wish I could do the spell, man. Healer! Oh, he uses the spell too. Healer! Okay. Alright, never mind. Where did the whelp come from? I have no idea. Was there a whelp? Oh, there was a whelp. That's weird. Is it like an invisible whelp? That or maybe like it somehow phased to us. Phased to us through the nether. Ah, stunned. These guys are not stunnable anymore. They used to be stunnable. And you can't stop them anymore. It's a dispel mechanic now instead of CC. Alright, boys. Oh my god, that opener. That's an opener. I'm not even gonna commit damage. Yo, Clue? The Beastmaster Hunter? Doing work? Hold up, Clue. Look at that guy. Hold on. What do you do to that boss? Please? Game? Big kill commands. Barb shot? Yo, what kind of a build this man got? 59k crits on one pet. And the other, dude, 100k crits with just 2 pets going and kill command. Beastmaster is just insane right now, man. Clue out here. Hold on. I want to see his gear. Literally using Eyes of the Beast to get around. So he's like a kill command build. Berserk with more pet summons and brutal. Okay, okay. Neat. Wait, I didn't mean to, okay, I guess we'll wait. I for some reason sped him up over myself. How did I do? We're actually doing kind of okay. Fist of Fury, Rising Sun Kick. Strike of the Windlord did a lot of damage. And then Thunder Fist wasn't as high before, but they did nerf it. So it's kind of expected. Okay, well this ability is bugged. I literally pressed it only once. Alrighty boys, let me get this priest a bit of mobility when I can. Dude, this guy just pops off. This clue. Bleeding the boys out. I really like that they added more of that depth for Beastmaster Hunter. How you can play like a dot heavy build, a beast build, a poison like build. You know, a lot of like ways to play it. Like I appreciated that. Multiple ways of approaching it. Yeah, Windwalker's still kind of nutty. The procs are insane, man. Make DKs even slower. What, with this buff? Is that what it is? Next with severe deals more damage. Okay. Momentum? Wait, oh, that's my tier set. That's what it is. I gotta play into my tier set more. I gotta do that. Oh, blackout kicks are really effective. Oh my god. Hold up. Hold up. Wait, that guy's stunnable? Huh? That big guy's stunnable? Okay, if the big guy is stunnable, then I'm okay with that. I won't say no. Also got a frog on me. What the hell is he doing? What do they got a frog on me? Can I get a frog? What's this buff you got? Because these buffs I thought were like bad buffs, but apparently they're not. They're good buffs. Okay, that ability is all kinds of bugged. It just like, it charges and then it stops immediately. Which is kind of lame. But what can you do? Alright. Is it just a deal of a rage-fueled beast like an Ortep or the Fury Discipline? Yeah, I do think thematically it's awesome. Thematically, it's really, really cool. Hey Dal, this might have been a silly question, but I'll ask anyway. Are sub-rogues dead? No. So the stream has a DVR mechanic where, okay, that ability is just not working for me at all. It starts kicking me forward and then stops. So the stream has DVR, like I can rewind back in the stream. And early in the stream I played some sub-rogue. Now, my sub-rogue does have a pretty strong trinket from the raid. But besides the trinket, you can kind of see like what the sub-rogue damage profile looks like and what the damage is so far overall. I definitely would go back and watch that portion of the stream, my guy. I don't think sub-rogues are dead. No. Sub-rogues, in fact, feel quite powerful. Again, like this thing just doesn't want to work. It just immediately like, it gets me to kick and then stops. And I'm like, what can I do? Chat, what would you guys say? Like based on that dungeon we did a sub, did it feel dead or did it feel like it actually could have potential? Because it didn't feel like it was terrible. It felt like it could actually do work. And I played like a very non-CD heavy build, so I'm just like consistency over everything in my damage profile. Oh my god. Oh my, what is that crit there? Something crit really hard. That mob was like okay, and then it was like not okay. It wasn't okay. Oh, boss already. Okay. Alright, I guess we're just doing it, chat. Big Fist of Fury. I like how the boss goes like, me, take care of them, and just summon illusion. I guess it is them. Try to see if I can get some spread. Oh, big guy joins in. Okay. We got the big one. I'm gonna do that. Thanks, man. Everything was Assassin Outlaw only. Yeah, I definitely do see a lot of like Assassin Outlaw. They keep nerfing sub every single build though. And there's gotta be a reason why they keep nerfing sub every single build. Alright, this ability just immediately trips itself. Okay. Immediately cancels out its I don't really know how to explain it. Oh, we got a friend. We made a friend. Now, Dal, thanks so much for coming by, Ton. I appreciate you, my man. Can this guy get down here? Or is he gonna get stuck? He may get stuck. Okay, well, I can like move for like 2 seconds with that. That's fine. Oh, there he is. I like how he kind of scooted over there. Just scooted in. Damn, Monk feels so good to play, man. It is incredible. Yo, Thunderfist popped off. I don't even know what happened. It crit somehow. I don't even know how that happened. Claw of the Claw of the White Tiger with the statue. Effective. I like it. It is definitely effective. I guess we're just gonna go for Thunderfist as often as we can then, yeah? Might as well, right? Oh my god, them blackout kicks. Cooldown reduction for days. Rotation feels so fast-paced in a Monk right now. Let's still have one more Thunderfist. I can press in Dragons. Oh my god, that kick. I can press in Dragons, what's it called? The flight mechanic or the dragon kick mechanic? Just in case, maybe it'll work one day. Yeah, I was gonna say, can you group him back, please, real quick? The guy read my mind. Just the idea of a rate. Yeah. What do you think about having Demon Hunter? I think they're good. I think they're pretty good right now. Like, they keep nerfing them, but I'm hopefully they don't over nerf them. Because so far, I love what they've gotten. The crit play style and the mastery emphasis, like, it's really good. I think this is probably a better version of Demon Hunter than what we have currently alive, where all you press is like, press a shadow dot and you I-beam a lot. Here you can I-beam a lot if you want to, but you can just play into other more exciting mechanics if you wish. And I find those mechanics a lot more fun. Personally. You can't AMS it? Oh, huge! Oh yeah. That's awesome. I doubt you can defuse it. But look how good this group is at, man. Look how good this group is at doing mechanics and stuff. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because we're not gonna die on this version. But everybody was like doing a pretty good job, putting the icy stuff to the side. That was awesome. Hell yeah. Dude, Beastmaster popping off right now. This guy got a proper single target build. If you look at AoE, I'm doing fine. Single target, this guy's just bleeding out the boss with the barb shot. And fat crits with the pet. 63Ks, damn. Even bites are doing decent work. Oh, okay. Alright. Well, here we are. Base healer, it's all good, man. Wait, did he just jump off? Is that what happened? I thought he got slapped by the boss. Oh, I think he just jumped off. I think he meant to do that. It was intentional. Oh, yeah, so they made this boss a little bit more consistent this time around. Like, every single time they get to a certain amount of health, they will always do their shards and crystals and all that stuff. I guess we could just always nuke the boss. That could work too. I was gonna do some stuff, but that's okay. That's fine. Oh man, that was fun, dude. Mystery was also fun, but Windwalker is incredibly fun. My god, it's so good in AoE. I could see myself maining this thing, man. yes, play this. Yeah. If you want to play this, here we go, my guy. Copyright on YouTube, when you recommend music in the background, basically anything that is uncopyrighted. A lot of the video game music isn't copyrighted, not all of it, but quite a bit of it is. Like Doom music isn't copyrighted. A lot of the World of Warcraft soundtracks are uncopyrighted. And then there's also YouTube channels with uncopyrighted music. I would check out NCS. I do have a link to like our... Let me give a link to the curated Duels playlist that we have with NCS songs. I update it pretty regularly. You can do that. You can check out some of their songs over there too. If you just want to like favorite that album with Duels playlists, You could do that too, my guy. By the way, Dalaran, when you get to 76, just head straight to Skulls of Basin. It's like 2 hours for the whole zone. It's so easy to level or two. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, I think we'll just do that then. I haven't done Skulls Run forever. It's just, thanks to Tommen, showing Assassin. Yeah. Assassin Outlaw are also really, really good, but Sub is definitely not doing badly. Not at all. But Celestial, not just one. Favorite thing about Monk's launch is how they're finally able to summon each Celestial. Yeah. I mean, right now, like, I think statues I can definitely get, like, different statues, but as for, like, summoning Zoen, though, I think I can only do Zoen. I mean, like, way back in the day, like, they could summon any one of them. Yeah, I think that would have been a really cool mechanic, like, being able to go for, like, a Chi-Ji summon or a New Zao summon or a Zoen summon. Maybe at some point they could make Zoen, like, the ability, the burst cooldown. Like, it's basically like a fire elemental for mages, but we'll see. You want this pack? Yeah, Blood DK. Blood DK is really good, man. So what's the mark of the Thunderlord? Like, what's part of the is that part of the main rotation right now? The mark of the Thunderlord. I think it's Thunderfist, right? Thunderlord. So I only have Thunderfist on here. Mark of the Thunderlord. If that's what you talked about, Strike of the Windlord. This was a ability from Legion that was added as an artifact weapon. Every class got like an artifact weapon that came with an ability. And you could invest points into a weapon to make like a talent tree similar to what we have now. Except it wasn't like you choose which talents you want. Eventually like filled out the entire tree with a bunch of little passives. Little movement bits here, little augmentations there, little gameplay changes there. And there was some like capstone traits as well that did modify your gameplay in like various ways. But it was mostly like damage increases and stuff. Slight healing improvements, or modified defensive abilities to be better for survivability and stuff. Like Rogue's got like, they don't have to take fall damage from one of them. It gave it like dodge, and they also got like no fall damage, so make him a little bit better in PvP, just constantly dodging melee attacks passively. That's what I meant, yeah. So Strike of the Windlord is just a big blaster ability that does a bunch of damage in a 40-second CD, 2 chi, and reduces enemy's movement speed. And then it can be upgraded with a Thunderfist ability, where Strike of the Windlord grants you a stack of Thunderfist for each enemy struck. So Thunderfist, the way this ability does, it's like a frontal. It's like a conal frontal. So you want to make sure you get a bunch of enemies together and just aim them and then you blast them. For each one, you get a stack of Thunderfist, which is going to discharge on your melee strikes. I can't remember if it's like auto attacks that proc it, or if it's like Rising Sun Kick can proc it, Black Echoes can proc it, and all that. But yeah, so it just adds up bonus damage. And together with Storm, Earth, and Fire, all of your images are also going to turn around and smack the boss together with a Strike of the Windlord, and that can also crit separately. I don't think it pets get Thunderfist or anything though. It's better for single target, but it could all kind of okay in AoE too. I don't know if this ability does if I were to, let's say, use Spin and Crank Kick, does it cause Spin and Crank Kick to also radiate AoE? I don't think that's how it works. I think I'll just pick a target and it'll discharge on them. But it's generally on a short cooldown and it does a lot of damage, so I think it's going to end up being an impactful ability. That being said, I could see it being better for pure single target rather than AoE. I think you'll probably end up going to more like Spin and Crank Kick playstyle, maybe into Bone Dust Brew, Shadowlands ability. But yeah, that's what the ability does. Imagine a monk versus an army of the dead, but instead the ghouls are just for celestials. Dude, I honestly think that maybe that's what it should have done. Is, you know how for Druids they added them Torghast ability with the full wind drops off of dots? If they would have done that, because there is an upgrade in Torghast where you summon your Zoen, it summons you all the celestials. Imagine if you could have like summoned all the celestials, like a group-wide capability, just summon all of them. I love your disc. It's quite rare to find beta tests, especially your approach. What's up, John? Hey, happy for it, man. Happy for you to have you here. What song is this? I can link it to you. Here we go. Yeah, Silver. Here we go, my guy. Sorry about that. Sorry, I was trying to go into more depth of the Strike of the Windlord. I was surprised when doing the Mage Tower how many people didn't play in Legion. So I tried to be like, if it's a question about certain Legion things, I try to be like as detailed as I can. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Maybe I need to say less sometimes, but I try to be thorough with my explanations. So, yeah. Yo, boys, tomorrow 5-5 1v1 duels. It is 8:01. I gotta get some food in me, man. I got some food waiting for me still. lunch from earlier. But I'm probably going to take it easy tonight. Tomorrow, chat, we're going back into the 5v5 1v1 dueling arena. Bring me your biggest one-shots. Bring me your best builds. I want to see some variety, man. I want to see some damn Evokers tomorrow, man. They got recently buffed. I want to see how Evokers hold on to everybody else. I want to see how they fare up, square up against all the other boys. And tomorrow, hopefully, we'll get ourselves even more PvP, as well as more updates. We got a few class adjustments here, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be even more class tuning with the raid testing as well. And then over the weekend, we got Mythic Plus, man. Got that Mythic Plus. So I'll be very, very happy to do that. Down there, we'll get him an Evoker now. Dude, we need to get everybody to hop on an Evoker. I would love to do a 5v5 all Evoker duels. I would love to see something like that. Like, who is going to be the best Evoker that could be? Thank you for the wonderful stream. Dal enjoyed it so much. Thank you so much for being here, boys. Thank you for being here, Katsu. You guys are awesome. Thank you all. You guys are great. I'm just sorry for people who joined after BFA. Legion was so good. Yeah, it's. I thought like a lot of people played Legion, but apparently a lot of people didn't. A lot of people played nowadays like never even played Legion, which is kind of crazy. But this is, yeah, I do agree with you, Jake. I do wish like more people gave Legion a go. It was awesome. I mean, probably was better because it followed WoD, and WoD was one of those expansions that was like a hit or a miss with some people, but with people that was a miss. Yeah, Legion was a breath of fresh air for everybody that didn't really like WoD that much. I say that, I try to be nice about it because my GM loved WoD, so I'm like, I had no idea other people that enjoyed WoD too, honestly. But yeah, good stream. Thank you, boys. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I'm gonna get some grub and then chill for the night. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for watching. You guys are great. Be back here tomorrow for 5v5 duels. Alrighty, boys? Alrighty. Peace.